G'day, legends. How's everyone going? This is the Magpie Army Chronicles, and we will be previewing the huge game against Hawthorn on Saturday night. And I have Collingwood's team up on the screen at the moment. I will be having a mate of mine, a Hawthorn supporter. He's backstage at the moment, but Paul Sheehan, just give us a second, bro. I'm just going to talk with my colleague and mates about Collingwood for a few minutes, and then we'll get you on and we'll talk about your team, mate. Please be patient, buddy. Yeah, and I might have another Hawthorn supporter on as well a bit later. I've sent some overtures to a Hawthorn channel. They're called the Unsociable Hawks, and I've checked out some of their videos, and they don't hold back just like we don't hold back. So hopefully they join us as well a little bit later. We'll see how we go anyway.
Yep.
Hello to everyone in the chat. Mello, Stephanos, Benny, and a newbie, Oz, from his frequent listener to the TJP. Thanks for coming aboard, mate. We will dissect this lineup of ours. And I can tell some of us are not happy, but before we go into that, I'm about 3 red wines in. I've just come from my mum's birthday at the wonderful restaurant in South Morang called Farm Vigano. It's an absolute beautiful place, hidden in the back part of South Morang, amongst an orchard there. It was just absolutely beautiful. But when the desserts came out, I said, you know what? I've got my podcast to do. I've got to get out of here. Happy birthday, Mum. All good. And here we are now. So I'll introduce the people on the panel with me tonight. Adrian, how are you, pal?
Yeah, really good, Mick. How are you going?
Good, man. Good. I'm just looking forward to these dead rubbers coming up. Surely we've got no fucking hope of making top 6, man. Yeah.
I think that ship sailed, Mick. But there's still always something to play for when you pull on the black and white stripes. So look, hopefully they go out there with that attitude. But deep down, as a supporter, I sort of want us just to position ourselves as best as we can for finals. But we know they're not going to do that. They're probably just going to throw everything at the next 2 weeks. But who knows, mate?
Yep. Ultimate greatness, Sean. How are you, pal?
Hey, what's going on? Happy to be on the stream.
I sensed a tinge of venom in your voice earlier on Pies Footy, and I didn't get to catch that stream properly. Why were you like that, Sean? Do you have an objection to these ins and outs?
I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to exactly, but in fact, what are the outs? Oh, it was just, I thought Harrison played a good enough game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, because I've got an objection to him. Don't you worry about that, mate.
Yeah. I just thought that there was something a bit more than what it was. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I need to figure out what that is, because if I don't know, then how the hell is someone else supposed to know? And then obviously Geordie and Pendle's coming in. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how they go. I think it's been pretty clear on. I don't know, because as much as Geordie's had a really good season, I felt like the last couple of games he had before he got his injury, or when he was out of the side, I felt like he was sort of, his form was dropping a little bit. So I'll be keen to see, do we play him a bit forward? Do we play him just straight back in the midfield like he hasn't missed a beat? That'd be a interesting watch.
I would have held him back, man, just for one more game. Really, it's a dead rubber, man. But look, some people will disagree with me, but I just think look, we're probably going to get belted in this game, man. I'd love to see us. Oh, look, I've tipped us to win, but I always do. I'm like Lou Richards back in the old days when he used to do his tips in the Herald Sun. He always used to tip for Collingwood, and that's the way I am. But realistically, we'll have a look at the Hawthorn team when my mate Paul comes on. But yeah, I'm not optimistic at all about this game. And it's really perfect. We could have rested Geordie just to get him fighting fit for the Brisbane game and the first wildcard game. And I would have even gone as far as to rest Nicky Boy because you know how Hawthorn is, mate. They go after him. The last thing we need is him getting hurt against these guys. But yeah, anyway. Voidoid Generation. Good. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Looking forward to it. I think we've got.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as people are expecting. I mean, Hawthorn haven't been in great form lately. They've only really beaten Essendon and Richmond, and the rest of the games, Melbourne and Brisbane, they got kind of pantsed in.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think their sort of forms shaky, at least the last 5 or 6 weeks. Against the Giants and then against the Kangaroos as well. So they're not such a scary proposition at the moment. Not the way that Brisbane is. So we'll see.
See how we go. And Matthew the Warble, how are you, pal?
G'day, Mick. I'm really well, thanks. How you doing?
Good. No worries. Very good, mate. You've got a gig coming up, have you?
Yeah, I'll be shooting through in a bit.
No worries.
I thought I'd join at the start. Because we've got 2 games coming up, and contrary to what you're saying, I think there's a lot on the line. We could finish top 6, and we just need to win the next 2 games.
But for us to finish top 6,
we need one upset. We need one upset, and I don't think it's so much of an upset because North Melbourne need to beat Geelong at Marvel, and anything can happen at Marvel. And even Lucas has conceded that that will be a bit shaky for the Cats with the way North is playing. North is still actually a chance. And we just have to win our next 2 games. So not dead rubbers for me. Even if we win one game, our goal should be bare minimum to make the top 8. Because it's not just a wild card. 7th or 8th is honourable.
Yes,
absolutely an underachievement. We should be top 4, minimum top 6, and we know what's happened earlier in the year because of the predicament we're in. But if we finish 9th or 10th, we're in a wild card, but that's disgraceful. So I want us to win at least one of these games. Hopeful we're a chance of winning both. And then if North wins against Cats, we finish 6th. Now, we had a stream earlier just before you started. Collingwood believe they've got a secret weapon to win this game against Hawthorn. On Saturday. We've just spent 15 minutes watching Steele Sidebottom's retirement speech at the club.
Okay.
And if that doesn't get us coming out breathing fire to do it for Steele Sidebottom, then absolutely nothing will. And I think a lot of the people who are watching and join me on panel would agree. But then having said that, the last time we were supposed to lift for Steele Sidebottom, it was against Hawthorn. It was his 350th game. Jeremy Howe got taken out by Newcombe and we lost by 10 goals. So, so the recent history is not good for lifting for Sidey. But I think Peter Paul in the chat was talking about how it was strategic that they've announced it now to get an emotional response from the group. So it's no secret that I don't believe Steele Sidebottom should be in the side at the moment. Absolute legend of the club and absolute superstar, but he's playing one good game in 5 at the moment. But having said that, he's picked in the side. He's announced his retirement, and I would absolutely love to see him play a good game. 25 possessions, kicks a couple of goals, and the team is inspired to beat Hawthorn, who's just our nemesis. But the emotion that was going through that room, and just us watching the stream, just watching it and listening to it, tell you what, it was so touching. So, guys, do yourself a favour, go and watch Sidey's retirement speech. I've got a feeling we're going to see a response from the boys.
All right, mate. Might play it a bit later on, but because I haven't seen it.
Really nice speech.
Yeah,
fantastic. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I was choking down a couple of, tears too.
Jeez, it was that fucking. It was a tearjerker. Jeez. All right.
And even, but also as well, even to Matt's point about the 350 games, I also mentioned in the 300 games that it was at Marvel, and Sidey ended up. Did he do his knee or something, or he basically got an injury? So now I'm even more worried.
Yeah, right at the start, I think he got like 5 minutes in, and it was a match-ending injury. So he hasn't been doing well in his milestone games.
You know how we get around that? It's the fact that there's it's not one milestone this time. At least it's just a general announcement. So at least there's no single game where anything can, go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Paul. Just one more thing. Paul had a theory that there's one more retirement that they're going to announce, and they're going to wait for just before the wild card or the final, whatever our first final is. So they're going to try and play with it. I think
it would have to Pendles. Okay.
Yeah. Hal's been offered another year.
Oh yeah, what am I saying? Yeah. No, because I heard murmurings around the traps that Pendles looked like he was going to go for another year. So if that's the rumor going around,
he wants to. He wants to.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the club have offered him anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Look, people watching in, I was in a rush, so when I put this team up, I got the emergencies wrong. They're the emergencies from last week. I'm not sure who are they. Let's have a quick look. It's Buller, Harrison, and Sully are the official emergencies for this game. So we've brought in Pendles and we've brought in Geordie. We've dropped Harvey Harrison and Sully. Sully, I'm sure all of us can agree that that was the right choice. But Harvey Harrison's a funny one. I reckon he's found his little niche in the team, and just to drop him, hopefully that is a kind of like a managed thing, maybe coming back from his ACL, they don't want to work him too hard or something like that. But if he got dropped for, surely he didn't get dropped for because of form or anything like that. It's a strange one. Yeah,
the big
go for it.
I've mentioned this to Matt and crew before on their stream, but last week they dropped his time on ground to like 58%.
Yeah.
So looks like it could be one of those. He might be sore or something like that if his time on ground's decreased.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Or the opposite. They're putting him back there to give him a full game.
Yeah.
Good day, Mick and crew. Might try and get to the game on Saturday night. Be good to meet you and punch a dart at halftime with you. I'd love to do that Oz review, but I'm not going to the game. I'm going to sit this one out. I've got work the next day, and I've got an early one too. And it'll just be logistically impossible to catch up on sleep and stuff. So I'm going to skip this one, mate, but I'll definitely be at the Brisbane game the week after. Definitely. Yep. All right. Yep. All right. Look, people in the chat, I've tipped us to win by 12. I've got Westy to kick 4. Get your tips and predictions in, and I'll get them down, and we'll put them down for posterity, and we'll see how yous all go. Gentlemen on the panel, I'd like to introduce a workmate of mine. This is a bloke that I've been to Collingwood Hawthorn games in the past, and we got absolutely fucking poleaxed at the bar. He's a passionate Hawthorn supporter. I would say he's probably a bit one-eyed, I reckon. But I'll get him on in a second. His name is Paul Sheehan, and I'll get him on now. Paulie.
G'day, Nick. How are you? Good. Can you hear me?
Perfectly clear, Paul. Welcome to the Magpie Army Chronicles, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having a Hawk supporter on. I'll try not to bring up too many painful memories of Hawthorn Collingwood straight away, but we'll see how we go.
No worries, mate. You're our nemesis team. We can't fucking stand you. So, just look, man.
We don't really have a rivalry with you blokes, but we've got it more with other big Victorian clubs. But when we play you, it's always enjoyable.
Yeah. No worries. Of course it is, mate, because you always fucking belt us, mate.
Yeah, I know. Even in 2023, we beat you when you won the flag somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Paulie, what I usually do when I get opposition supporters on, we go through both teams and we work out like matchups and we ask each other questions about each other's teams. And by the end of it, we kind of like work out who's going to win the game just by through all the fucking matchups and all that. So are you happy to stick around with us for about an hour or so?
Yep, no worries at all.
Yep. Are the kids tucked in bed? You got the whole...
Yeah, they are. The son's a bit sick, but he's all good now. They're both asleep. Ready for school tomorrow.
Beautiful. People in the chat, you got any questions for Paul in regards to Hawthorn? Fire away. Same with the panel. He's a good guy, but I'll tell you what, he's a good guy now, but he can get fired up, mate. So be easy on him, and we'll see how we go.
We've brought in another debutant I've seen. So Max Beattie comes in, who's a kid, which I think Mitchell's trying to hit his KPIs this year, bringing in all this youth, because we didn't bring anyone in last year, so he's just gone for youth this year. So I don't know a lot about him, but he's a half-forward mid player. And then Ned Reeves is out, so we're not having two rucks in there anymore, which is interesting.
Okay. All right. Just give me 1 second, Paulie. I'm going to get your team up.
Get it up. Yeah, I can go through it with you.
And just before we go through that, Paulie, how do you see your season so far, mate? Are you happy with the way the Hawkers are going?
Yeah, because we're third on the ladder. I mean, we haven't finished this high since 2018.
Yeah.
But like I do have a few concerns about us conceding goals too quickly against opposition, and especially good opposition. Like the Melbourne game and Brisbane game have got me really worried about finals, if I'm being completely honest, because I think against the top 7 teams, I think we've only had 3 wins or something this year.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So look at your ins and outs. So you got Max Beattie, Bailey McDonald out, Sam Butler and Ned Reeves. Can you tell us anything about this debutant, Max Beattie?
He's from Woodville, West Torrens in Adelaide. So he's a half-forward mid. He's played 5 games in the VFL this year. I think he was injured for most of the season, but he's hit form recently. And I think Mitchell's just got an obsession with playing youth at the moment, which is good for the future. But when I don't know what you guys think, but when you're in like top 4 contention or going for flags, teams that win the premiership don't tend to play like 40 players on their list in a single season.
Yeah, fuck, he's only played 5 VFL games. He's already getting the Guernsey.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I think it's just a KPI thing with Sammy Mitchell this year. And then BMAC comes in, which is good, I think, because I felt like we couldn't lock down any of Brisbane's small defenders last week. And he's been quite good at doing that job. And he does have a bit of dash off the half-back line. And I guess Meek will be solo rucking against Darcy Cameron. And then Chol will probably be doing the secondary ruck.
All right. Okay. Panelists, before we take a deep dive into this Hawthorn team, do you guys want anything more to add before we go into this?
How do you do it? How do you keep beating us so easy, mate? Is it a culture thing or what is it?
I think what I honestly believe it is culture. I don't know. We just prep up well for you. It's like we always lose to Geelong, but always beat you blokes. It's like sort of the same thing. I mean, you knocked us off last year in that first game, but you were playing. I think that was at the prime of your season, then, wasn't it? I think you blokes won that's when you're at your absolute peak last year.
We were belting everyone poorly, and that's when I decided to start it. That's when I decided to start a podcast because I thought, mate, we're gonna fucking belt everyone from now on. But since then it's been fucking, pretty fucking dire.
I don't actually know what it is that when we play Collingwood, you always rock up confident. It's bizarre, but it's not like you blokes have been shit when we've been good either. Like I feel like Hawthorn and Collingwood, they're two of the teams that they never stay down for long. Like Carlton and Essendon, they can go down for 20 years. Hawthorn and Collingwood, even if you guys go through a 5-year period where you have a little bit of a downturn, you're going to come back pretty quick.
Yeah.
So it's bizarre that this win-loss thing exists in recent times versus Hawthorn Collingwood, but overall you've probably got us in the history of the game.
Oh, of course, mate. Yeah, mate.
I think you've got everyone, don't you?
Fucking oath, Paulie. Doesn't matter how many fucking eras you have, mate. We've still got the premierships in the fucking cabinet there, mate.
Yeah, so, you equal bloody. You got equal with the other two mobs you hate a few years ago.
Yeah.
So
all right. Voidoid, he's gone for Pies by 7 points. Pendles 30 posies. McStay 6 goals and Geordie 3. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get into this, huh? All right. Ruck. All right. Darcy Cameron for Collingwood. Yeah, he's had some kind of a mini resurgence for us. Yeah, started off the season fucking crap. He was getting fucking dominated by first gamers and all these young ruckmen that were jumping. But it just seems, and this is a theory, an Adrian theory, that maybe these youngsters aren't jumping as high anymore as the season has gone, has progressed. And Darcy Cameron is finding himself getting back to a bit of form here. I can't. The last time we played is Paulie. I was in Japan actually. I missed the game. I was on a plane as we were as the game was going on, and I didn't find out the score until we landed, and it was a fucking draw. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then when I watched the replay and I saw Darcy Moore's fucking antics, and I'm like, fuck this, man. We should have won this. But I probably didn't even watch that replay. Meek versus Cameron in that game. Could someone, enlighten me on what happened in that day? Did DC get?
We had the 2 rucks that night, I believe. So I think, and they were pretty much doing a 50-50 split at that stage. But from memory, I think it was fairly even. I think Darcy Cameron did have a decent game, but I don't know. Does one of your blokes know?
Yeah.
I'll look it up now.
Yep. We should know, mate. We're supposed to be the experts here, mate.
Yeah. Well, that game was bizarre. It was, what was it? 15 goals 3 to 13-17. I was actually seeing red that night. Yeah. And we kept kicking it to your defenders. I think actually fly out coach Mitchell that night. I'll say that much.
But at the same time, Paulie, you fucking cheated, mate. Do you remember what happened?
Oh, the free kick.
He's had too many fucking interchanges, mate.
That as well. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Enough fucking niceties, Paulie. Fuck, we're gonna get stuck into you, mate. Fuck
it. We'll just take out one of your blokes this week again, then.
Oh, here we go. We'll get to that, mate. We'll get to that.
Do you want the get out numbers from last time we met? So Ned Reeves had 24 for 60% time on ground. Lloyd Meek had 17 for 40% time on ground. Darcy Cameron 12 for 62, and Oscar Steen 10 for 68.
Oh, okay.
So we got slaughtered in the ruck, more or less.
Yeah. And can I ask you, Paulie, how's your Lloyd Meek? How's he been going since that game? How's he been going?
He's actually been not the best this season, but since Ned Reeves went out of the side with an injury, he's sort of stepped up and taken that ruck role into his own. But I feel like he needs to be solo ruck for him to be dominant. Obviously, the bloke can't jump. I think the new rules have really ruined clubs with these type of ruckmans that are you sign them up on a contract. The AFL gives you next to no notice, and then you're stuck with them, sort of thing. But and you don't have a jumper. But I think his form in recent weeks when he's been solo ruck has been good. But when he's rucking with Reeves, he just doesn't have the consistency, and I don't know what it is. He looks out of sorts. But the last 3 weeks, I think he's been doing really well on his own. But Reeves came back for 1 game, then he's been omitted. So
and what about your CBAs? Are you guys getting the ball out regularly out of those set of clearances? Are you guys?
We're actually that was one thing that we weren't good at last year that has really picked up this year. Our CBA and midfield has got a lot better. Even though I still think we're a superstar short in the midfield, but that's actually improved. And we even beat Brisbane in clearance last week, even though we got smashed everywhere else on the ground.
Yeah. All right. So go, Paulie. Go.
What about you blokes? How have you been going in the CBAs?
We're touch and go. There's been games that we've lost the fucking hit-outs and still fucking won the centre clearances. But it hasn't been ideal, man. Darcy Cameron very rarely gets the first tap out, depending on who he's up against. But having said that, he's probably had about, I reckon he's had 4 or 5 above average games in a row. And around the ground, he does really well. So I'm finding it really hard. I'm finding it really hard to see who's going to win this battle.
It's fairly even. It's fairly even, I'd say.
Shawnee, what do you reckon, mate? Earth to Shawnee.
Hey, what's going on? What was the question?
Darcy Cameron against Lloyd Meek.
I mean, given that he's been in a bit of form lately, I might actually take Cameron. I mean, Meek's obviously having a pretty good season, so I don't know. You can kind of pick any of them, and you'd probably go well. I don't know. I kind of, especially because I like to be a bit sort of positive, which contrary to the popular belief, but I like to back in Cameron this week for once.
Yeah. All right. Anyone want to add any more to this before we go onto the mids? No.
No.
All right. All right. Can we agree, Paulie, that this is going to be a neck and neck, and Darcy Cameron might pip him? Can you agree on that?
Yeah, I think so. But Meek has been in good form, as I said. But it's gonna be close. They'll actually wrestle around the ground when they're doing at boundary throw-ins.
Yeah.
So Meek will have his measure there, but I guess Cameron's going to outmark. Cameron's probably got a better tank than him, I'd say. But he definitely does.
What's Meek like around the ground?
He takes the old clunk, but he can do a little bit. If he gets a shot inside 50, he'll miss it. So he's all right. He's not a superstar, but yeah. He was just a lot better when it was the wrestling rules.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's go to the mids. All right. Now, can I ask you, Paul? Who's usually in your starting? Who's your top 3 players that most of the time starting the CBAs for you?
Pretty much Day, Newcomb, lock them in, and then Cam Mackenzie's and Ward. and then you'll just get Connor McDonald, Dylan Moore, Wizard will go in there a little bit, and they just have short spurts through there.
Yeah, all right. Who's going to take on the chosen one, Nick Dacos? Who's going to stop him in this game, mate?
Fuck, I was hoping we'd bring in Finn McGuinness and Mitchell would just do a full tag lockdown role, but it probably wouldn't work. I don't know. I think we'll just give him attention. We'd probably just let him play his natural game, but you'd usually have Connor Nash in there, like checking him closely, but not a hard tag. We don't really have anyone to go with him that I can think of.
Yeah.
So I guess the tactic will be just try and make sure he doesn't kick it into the 50 and make him get his touches in the back half of the ground or something, like most teams do when they play against probably the Brownlow medalist of this year.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Do you think we can stop him?
Look, history says that Sam Mitchell, being the fucking smartass that he is, likes to fucking get someone to knock him over.
We'll just get Newcombe to line him up at the fucking first bounce.
We'll get to that fucking. We'll get to that fucking sniper in a second, Paulie.
Yeah.
You must love him, huh? Newcombe.
Yeah, he's a gun. Well, if you get a player like that in a mid-season draft, then he's like one of your best midfielders. You can't complain, can you?
You can't, mate. You can't. But all right.
He's an old school footballer. Tough.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Look, whoever he's put on Nick will still get his 25 plus, and will probably still influence the game. What I'm concerned about is someone like a Will Day. Is he your main midfield guy? And is he back to the form to the form that he had pre-injury?
So he was really good when he returned on managed minutes. The last month he's been a bit down. I don't know what's wrong. Like, just a bit down. Like, he's still a gun, but he's just had a poor 3 or 4 weeks. So I expect a bounce back soon. But he's saying his body's real good and he's happy with it. I saw an article about a week ago and he said that his body's the best it's felt in years. So, like, if we're going to do anything in September, we need this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Just hold on a second. Shawnee, I've just put you on mute for a second, man. You got all this background noise in the background, man. Yeah, sorry, dude. Okay, so all right, Will Day, he's not back to his best form pre injury. Who else you got there? So Newcombe, how does Newcombe get a free reign? Does Mitchell let him just run around, or
he just roams around, does his thing?
Yep.
He doesn't really check players, but he's just physical. He's a physical beast, I guess. And he's actually good overhead, so he'll just it depends. Like, he can have games where you think, fuck, this guy's awesome, but he is prone to a down game here and there. But like, pretty much overall, I'm like confident. Like, yeah, I'm confident he'll have a good game against you blokes on Saturday night.
Okay, all right.
So I'll be worried about him a bit.
Yeah. Can I ask you, Voidoid, your boy Ed Allen? He usually has a bloke he picks up in every week. Do you put him on Will Day or a Newcombe for this game?
I'd put him on Day.
Yep.
I feel like we've got other matchups for Newcombe, but I don't feel like we have many other matchups for Will Day.
Yep.
Could be wrong. I mean, Long went to Newcombe last time. I know it didn't work out, but
the
midfield mix is a little different. So maybe, I don't know what Long's form's like, because last week we did only play West Coast. It'll be interesting, that one. And Also, Sidey, don't be surprised if Sidey doesn't run with Ginnivan.
Yeah.
Probably the only player he's quicker than or about the same as.
All right. Fuck, man. Everyone in the chat's fucking tipping Hawthorn, mate. Come on, guys. I understand this guy, Oz, he's a Carlton supporter, but fuck, man. Milkshakes, come on, man. But, yeah. All right. All right. So with our midfield, Paulie, it's usually Nick, Ed Allen, and then we've got one of your old boys, Ned Long, doing the hard stuff in there. Can I ask you about Ned Long, Paul? Do you remember him in his time at Hawthorn, and what did you think of him?
His time at Box Hill, yeah, I remember his time at Box Hill. He was actually okay, but I don't know why we delisted him. Mitchell must have just not liked him, but obviously he's gone on to bigger and better things since he left. So it's a bit heartbreaking to lose a bloke like that when you see what he did for Collingwood last year. I remember watching him at Box Hill thinking, oh, this guy could make it, but then he never got selected in the senior team, and I was like, oh well. Yeah. And then I just didn't think anything of it when he got delisted. And then you blokes picked him up, and I was like, oh, he'll probably just play VFL and never make it. And then obviously he's proven me wrong. Yeah. He must be stoked with Nettie Long.
That's
or what you reckon?
I wouldn't say that.
The right thing by delisting him.
Yeah, look, he had a purple patch in the early part of last year, Paul.
Yeah, that's all I remember him for. So I haven't really paid attention to him this year.
Yeah. And since then, he's been one of the most frustrating players you could ever watch, man. Look, his hardness it's not no issue there with his hardness, he's disposable, man. And he's like, he goes in, he grabs the ball, but he just fucking kind of like handballs it out of congestion, and so many times it just goes to the opposition.
Yeah, right.
So he's been really hot and cold since that purple patch. Did have a good final.
Yeah. Has he played all season?
Pretty much. He had like one or two games in the VFL.
Okay, so Fly must like him.
Yeah, he seems to be a Fly favourite.
Right. And that's like frustrating to no end for you blokes, I guess.
Fuck it out, man. Because
I think it's also more the fact that like it's so clear that he's like a Patrick Cripps. I know obviously not to the talent level, of course, but like whenever he's played that, crash and bash inside mid, similar to a Patrick Cripps, that's when he's played his best football. And I think when you put someone like that in the middle, it's only just taking away opportunities for other guys that are just better. So when you have like Nick, DeGoey, Ed Allen, and like a few potential other guys, it's sort of once you don't have him playing that Patrick Cripps role, he doesn't seem to have as much impact than he probably should to warrant the squad every week. So that's always been a bit frustrating because he probably played his best game. I don't know if it was for the season, but he probably played his best game in a while last week. And he always seems to play well against Hawthorn. Don't know why, or probably because of the delisting, and he probably, it's like one of those. He's like trying to get one back at Hawthorn, I guess, because they cut him. But it's sort of a thing. Yeah, it's a bit sort of. He's obviously good enough to play good footy, but it's also on Fly, not also playing him in the right position. So it's a bit hard to know, is he just no good or is he just always played out of position?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I don't like when players leave and they like target you. I guess Ginnivan does that to you blokes as well. We'll get to him later though.
We'll get to him, mate. Don't you worry about that. Were you going to say something, Floyd?
Yeah, I was just going to say Josh Fraser's the one who brought him to Collingwood.
Oh, yeah, right. There you go.
Interesting.
He was the one who saw him playing wherever he was playing after he was cut by Hawthorn and liked the look of him and put him on our radar. Got him over to our VFL team.
Yeah. Look, Ned Long had a good game last week, albeit against lowly opposition. Void, are you, like a lot of people have said, some people are saying Long's all right. We're being too harsh on him. Are you one of those, Void?
Look, I've always liked him. I look at him as a depth player.
Yeah.
Don't like. He's the ideal sort of player between, say, on the edge of selection if you need some reinforcement. Probably the issue is he's getting a game in the best 23 every week, and if your list was really full of like A-grade talent, that wouldn't happen. But that being said, he's still only 22, so who knows? 22, 23, whatever he is. Like, I just see him as that's why he was probably cut at Hawthorn, because he's a good ordinary player. He's got a lot of deficiencies. He's got some fantastic attributes as well, like in terms of his strength and everything else. But it's probably the speed and the ball use that'll always prevent him from being, a B+ even, or an A-grade player.
Yeah. All right. So the midfield is going to be Nick Dacos, Ed Allen, Ned Long. We'll have Geordie going in there. Pendles up against Will Day. Who was it? Who was it? Newcomb. Who was this other?
Mackenzie, Joshy Ward.
Tell us about Mackenzie. Never heard of the bloke.
Are you serious?
Come on, Paulie. Like I watch your fucking games.
No,
that's why I got you here, mate.
He was a top 10. He was pick 6 in I think it was 2022 or 3.
Yep.
He sort of reminds me of a young Sam Mitchell in some aspects, where he'll like grab the ball. He does a lot of U-turns, and he's got good disposal efficiency. He'll look to pass it off. Like, he was a bit frustrating last year, but this year he's actually come into his own, and he can have big games. And I feel like he's building, because he's only about 21. So I think, he's promising for the future. He's had a few cracker games this year, but he's had some down games as well. So just a young bloke that's building, but he's really cemented his spot in that midfield this year.
All right.
And then you've got Joshy Ward, who's actually been in quite good form lately. He had a shocker against Brisbane, but before that but the whole side did, I must say. But he was playing really well a few weeks before that, like getting a lot of possessions and building as well. And he's another top 10 pick. But I feel like they're B+ they could become B+ players. I don't really see a scope for them just to become bona fide superstars yet.
Yeah, all right.
But they're both solid, and they're both like cementing their spot in the midfield.
Yep, all right, mate. Good day to Uncle Acker. He's a Bulldog supporter, thanks for joining us, buddy. All right. Who wins this midfield thing? I reckon that's another. I reckon it's another even Stevens, man. Don't want to be too biased, but
I reckon I'll back us to win clearance, because we've been doing really well in clearances lately.
Yeah,
but it could be an even battle. I mean, like, you've got Dacos in there, so who knows what can happen? Like, he'll either rip your heart out or have a very good game. I don't know. 50-50. We'll go with that.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys agree on the panel? Do you reckon it's a 50-50, or do you reckon we can get it?
I mean, no. I'd be happy with 50-50.
Matt?
70-30 Hawks will get smashed in the midfield, at least in the centre. Then we'll hopefully build from half-back 2023 style.
I can be pessimistic. That's why I said 50-50 and we'll win clearance.
You'll definitely win clearance. No doubt about you winning clearance.
Yeah. I'm confident we'll win that easy, but yeah.
Yeah.
The key for us is to force a lot of turnovers, and that's where I think our midfield will dominate.
Yeah.
But theirs will dominate out of centre bounce, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you got us
now
that earlier game. You got us off the half back. That's sort of what happened. We kept kicking it in poorly, and you guys set up so well that night, and you just got us on the counter a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Paulie, man, I'm a little bit disappointed with your what's the word? Impartialness, whatever.
Okay. Well,
because the last time when I went to the footy with you a few years ago, mate, and after a few pints, mate, you are the most one-eyed Hawks supporter in the world, mate. And
but
for you to say, we haven't got to the other parts of the ground yet. I know.
Yeah, we need to talk. We need to talk about the forward line and how much we're going to smash you there.
Before we go there, Paulie, the wings, yeah. Do you have two players that always play on the wing every week for you?
We were mixing it up a bit, but Massimo's been in there all year, and then like Harry Morrison's come in there recently. I know we tried Sicily up there and a few other blokes just messing around, but the last few weeks, Harry Morrison, he cemented his spot basically. Recently, because I think Scrimshaw's injured, and then we're not using Weddle there as much anymore. He's more half back.
Yeah.
So basically it's Harry Morrison and Mass at the moment. So, and that's been consistent over the last few weeks.
Yeah. This Massimo D'Ambrosio from Essendon, yeah. They must be spewing they got rid of him.
Yeah, I know. I reckon
Brad Scott didn't want him.
He's
crazy.
The way he kicks it into 50 makes me fucking get excited. I'll tell you what, boys.
Crazy. crazy Essendon.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't actually know what they were doing. Like, honestly,
I was at my partner. I said, why is he not in this? And even if he did get in, he was barely a sub here and there. And I said, he was getting lots of games under Rutten, but none under Brad Scott. And I could not figure it out because I thought he was a gem from the mid-season draft.
Yeah.
Cheap player as well. Like, he wouldn't have been on much money either, and he probably wouldn't have cost much to keep. But
it was like crazy. A third round pick, I think in the end. It was like, one of those like really weird ones.
And I think they only wanted to offer him a 1-year deal at the time that we got him, and Mitchell was happy to give him a few years, so that's why he left.
Yet they signed Parrish to like a 100-year deal.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And that bloke's fucking got arthritis everywhere.
All right. Now, these guys you just mentioned, D'Ambrosio and Morrison, our wings, now that Lipinski's out, we've got Rowan Steele there, and Jack Crisp has been playing a lot of wing as well. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure who we're going to go with. Rowan Steele. Rowan Steele's the type of guy that doesn't get a lot of the ball, but hits the scoreboard. Young, mid-season draftee, still very young and green, but loves a goal.
Okay.
Look, I'm not prepared to say he's going to win his wing battle against one of these guys.
He'll be probably lining up next to Harry Morrison, I dare say, and then Cripps and Mass might be on the other side. I don't know. Yeah,
and Crisp is another kind of like frustrating player for us. He's got the consecutive games record, which he's so far ahead of the next person that it'll probably never get broken. But having said that, we don't ever want to rest him or drop him because of that. His form fluctuates. If you ask me, since our flag win in 23, I reckon he's been in cruise control, because before that he was winning Copelands he won a couple of Copelands and he was in rip-roaring form. But these days he goes missing, and he's one of those players that is always going to be fumbly and erratic at times, but then he'll fucking just wow you with a good piece of play that kind of, he'll never, he'll never be a gun, and he's getting on a bit. So that'll be a good contest, actually, him up against Massimo. Chris got absolutely cleaned up by Dempsey. Can I ask you, Paulie?
Dempsey's a gun, though.
Yeah, did he destroy you guys as well, Dempsey?
Yeah, he always does.
Yeah,
but we knocked off the Cats. That was awesome.
Yeah.
The thing with Massimo, last time we played them, it really annoyed me because it's pretty well known he's only got a left foot.
Yeah,
and it was in their forward 50, and Dan Houston went to the wrong side of him and left his left, allowed him to turn back onto his left to shoot for goal. And I just thought, oh, how did that not come up in a team meeting that he has no right foot? And he just ran to the wrong side of him.
I know. He's got a weapon of the left, so you should, you'd think they'd target that and make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right. So, it looks like it's a pretty even game so far because I'm calling the Wings even.
I'll say Mass will get the better of you blokes and probably deliver it into our 50 and cause you a few problems on the night.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's probably a 70% chance we beat you on the Wings.
Okay. That's what I want to hear, Paulie, mate. That's the real Paulie.
Mass is a high disposal winger as well. He'll get his high 20s.
He gets on his bike and gets going.
Yeah. Okay.
He's been real important for us lately, and genuine gun, I think, on the wing.
Yeah.
One of the best in the game at the moment, playing that position.
Yeah. Just to let you know, Paulie, I sent an overture to a Hawthorn channel that you follow, the Unsociable Hawks.
They're new blokes. They actually do some good work there. I watch it every week because there's not many fan podcasts because you get sick of listening to the mainstream bullshit. We've got a good bandwagon going. We're the same.
They're all toffs, mate. They're all toffs.
Yeah,
they're all fucking wankers.
Yeah,
you're all fucking wankers.
Paul, you've got Fox and Channel 7. Plenty of Hawthorn representation there.
I know, mate.
Jordan Lewis, Hodge, Dunstall, Dermy.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, you've got to get blokes that have won flags and done all the good stuff in their AFL.
5 night, 5 day.
yeah, that's it. 5 time.
Even got all Smith now.
Yeah. So I sent that over to them. If they're listening, how are you guys? You feel free to jump on if you're not too busy. I noticed when I was looking at their show, Paulie, I noticed you left a comment there, and I'm like, oh, it'll be great if I can get one of these guys and Paulie.
Yeah. I don't know what I said. I think I was just
but
raging after the Brisbane loss and left some negative comment.
All right. Let's go to. We'll start with your back line against our forward line. Now, Paulie, your back line fucking impresses me, man. And with the likes of Sicily, Barrass, and Battle, all right. And I haven't even mentioned fucking Hardwick yet, or Impey, or McDonald, but just those three talls there. How come? Why are you I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, why are you still copying goals? Like, do these guys get beaten by an opposition tall forward every now and then, or what happens?
The way I look at it, honestly, is if we play another tall forward line, we'll do well and hold our own. But Barrass and Sicily and these we can't go with players that get on their bike, like your medium-sized forwards. Like Logan Morris destroyed Barrass last week. Barrass couldn't get near him. He was just...
Wow.
So then they changed the matchup halfway through the second quarter or close to halftime, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, that we're copping goals because when we play a smaller forward line, it does cause us a lot of problems. That's why I think we missed like a little Bailey McDonald last week who can lock down on a small defender as well. We're going to hold our own, and like we're there. It's a great defense, but yeah, that's why we cop goals. I think. I don't know whether you blokes have seen anything like that, but on paper it looks awesome. But it is susceptible to like getting beaten by like a younger, fitter, smaller forward line.
Okay. I think Barras really struggles against mobile forwards as well.
Yeah, that's the problem.
A lot of free kicks.
He needs to play on a monster. Like he's really good at locking down a monster and beating them. But yeah, if there's no monsters in the forward line, then
well, we've got hard for him. Yeah, we've got a monster up forward by the name of McStay, and he was a whipping boy at the start of the year, but he's come good, man. He's kicking goals regularly at the moment, and he's now would Barras be the man to go on him?
I would say so. Yes.
Yeah.
Who else are you putting Barras on?
Yeah. Are you confident?
I think it'll be a good contest. Yeah, I think he'll beat him, and I think it'll be a good contest. But as you said, McStay's in form. Yeah. But I feel like, as long as he only gets 1 or 2 kicked on him, then I'd take that as a win for Tommy Barras. I just don't want McStay getting 3 or 4, because then if you're getting that many goals, it'll start to become problematic for us.
Mick.
Yep.
Just can you go back to that comment that Josh had up?
Yep.
Do you know what he means there?
Hawks play good when they play at their speed. When you play up tempo like Melbourne, you can exploit them.
I think what he's trying to say, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think we've chatted about it in other streams, Josh and I.
Yeah.
I've noticed that because Melbourne don't really have a very structured game plan, because they're almost playing schoolyard football or just on spirit, and they were almost playing man on man against Hawthorn.
Yep.
And Hawthorn really struggle when you go 1-on-1 against all of their players, because Hawthorn, like to play their sort of zone where they get it out in space.
Yep.
That's what I'd noticed, and that's when we play at our worst against them, when we just play our typical sort of guarding grass game plan. And notice if you make them be a bit more accountable. I mean, that's just in my view. I don't know if Paul will agree, but
the Hawks have been like that for a while, where they're just picking off the short kicks. And
if you stop our run, you'll do all right. But we're like, if we try and pick off, then just get it going. But on bigger grounds, like, we are a dangerous side.
Yeah. All right. Mercedes, you're bored. Thank you. No worries. You have a good night.
Ta-ta.
Fuck, I'd love to excite you, Mercedes, but this is the best we've got. Sorry to disappoint you. Sicily's 200th game. There you go.
Yeah.
How do you like this? How do you like him, man? He's such a fuck. I don't know, man. I like him as a player, Paul, but I don't know, man.
How do you hate him?
Yeah.
Nah. If I didn't go for Hawthorn, I would absolutely hate him. He's a mongrel. He gets in people's faces. He causes chaos every week. Some of the things he does, I'm like, you're a fuckwit, but I love it.
Yeah.
You can also throw him off the game pretty easily too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only played 200. That surprised me. He's been around for a long time.
Oh, he had an ACL one season, so probably.
Yeah. He's what you want in the captain.
Yeah. Just mongrel. He gets in your face. Carries on. Yeah. You need that.
Yeah. The total antithesis to Darcy Moore.
Yeah.
So,
a woke tranny versus a man.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both flogs. They're just different types of flogs.
Yeah. That's a fair comment.
Mate.
I'd have Sicily any day.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
As much as I can't
he's
stand
been
him.
a gun. I will say that he is declining slightly, but he's still an absolute gun. Like, he's not at the peak of his powers anymore, but yeah, I love him.
Do you agree with Uncle Acker that he gives away stupid threes and 50s that fuck you up?
Of course, but I mean, if you play with your heart on your sleeve, that's going to happen, and that's what you ask from a captain. So,
yeah.
I mean, I do get frustrated mid-game, but you need that mongrel to win a flag, sort of thing. So,
yeah.
If you look at our three-peat team, like, they had all these mongrels in it, and he'd fit in perfectly to that.
Yeah. Now, who takes on the next best tall in the opposition? Is it Sicily or Barras?
It's usually Sicily. Barras will take the main guy, the monster, and then Sicily will just play off the next best. And then you've got Battle in there as well.
Yeah, sorry, I said Barras. I said Battle or Sicily.
Battle. Yeah, Battle.
Yeah. So
and then Sicily just intercepts usually.
Okay, all right. It'll be interesting to see what we do with Membry and Charlie West. Now, Charlie West had a very quiet game last week, but some people have praised him for his kind of defensive qualities as a forward. He kind of gets the ball, doesn't let the opposition get intercepts, and he brings the ball to ground. But he's going to have his work cut out against these guys. He might actually get an absolute lesson in forward craft against these like elite defenders. And then you got Membry, who I'm assuming Battle's probably going to pick up Membry.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
he's your second best there.
Yeah, and he's not really a tall forward, man. He's kind of he's 188 centimeters. He's having a purple patch in his career.
Membry. I actually was surprised. I saw him just dominating the other week, and I was like, "Oh, he's going all right."
Yeah.
Is he staying on next year?
Yeah, he'll probably get another year now.
Yeah.
Because he was playing for his career, and he's turned it around. Yeah. He's had a good 7-8 weeks. Did
he kick the sealer last week for you blokes?
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
And he seems to be playing sorry, go Void. Go.
No, sorry, mate.
Yeah. I was just going to say with Membry, he seems to be playing a different game. Like at the start of the year, when Jamie Elliott was playing, it was kind of like, he wasn't as effective. But since Jamie Elliott's gone, he's scoring a lot more goals, like crumb goals. So he's playing like a small as well as a tall. So he's got that kind of like diverse range about him. And I was one of his biggest detractors, but he's come good in the last 6 weeks. Got to give credit where it's due. Yeah.
I was just going to ask. We kept Sicily really quiet, I think, last time we played, and I have a vague recollection that Sidebottom played on Sicily last time.
Wow. As a defensive forward.
Does anyone remember? If I'm remembering that right?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
That'd be amazing if you beat him, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a weird matchup. It just seems really strange. I can't answer that, Void. I was up in a plane, mate, coming back from Japan.
I'll look up a match report. I'll just see if I can find it.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
I think he got injured in that game for some reason. I don't know what happened though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That rings a bell. I think in the fourth quarter he might have got injured. He was struggling to get back on the park. An ankle or something? Does that ring a bell?
Something like, an ankle. And then I think it wasn't many weeks, but he had to come off.
Yeah, I reckon he didn't play the fourth quarter. I was struggling to get him back on. Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah. So your small defenders, Paulie, Hardwick and Impey.
And Bailey McDonald there. You got him there.
They're three smalls. They're going to be trying to pick up the likes of Bo McCreary, Lockie Schultz, Lockie Schultz has been another one of us.
Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
Do you know what fucking really annoyed me in that Hawthorn-Collingwood game? Your fans kept yelling out Shooter, and I hadn't heard it before, and I'm like, who's this fucking Shooter? And then I saw it was Schultz, and I'm like, oh, it was just frustrating because they're like, on your Shooter, get him Shooter. Yeah. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, you morons.
But I'll tell you what, we love him. The only problem is we gave away too much to get him, man.
Yeah.
we gave away a first and a second.
It's just,
no dramas at all with his output or anything, but we just probably gave away too much, and we'll get to Dan Houston later, mate.
What's happened?
Do you want him? Paulie? Would you take him?
No.
We'll pay his wage, though.
We don't need him.
You don't want an underperforming halfback at $1 million a year.
Nah.
Why not?
If he gets back to his Port Adelaide form, then maybe.
Yeah.
He is at his Port Adelaide form, mate. He is, apparently.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's a gun. He's a gun, Paulie. Take him.
I'll pass, thanks.
He's actually playing his best season, according to some people.
Last year, Paulie, Dan Houston finished top 50 in the Copeland. Now that is that is pretty good.
How many players are on a list? 40 something.
Yeah. Hey. Look, I mean, you're getting a bit too detailed there.
You must be fuming at that.
We are absolutely steaming about that.
Look, he's got
a disaster.
Yeah, he's got a look. The best thing about Houston is his weather girl misses, mate. That's so far. That's all. That's that's all he can write home about at the moment. But yeah.
Oh well, he's collecting the paycheck and taking her home every night. It's not too bad of a life for him.
He's doing okay, mate.
Yeah. It's just not good for the Collingwood supporters.
Oh, right.
If he could start kicking a goal a game, I'd take that. At least he kicked a goal on the weekend, and I think he's now 4 goals 11 or something. If he can just start converting a goal or two a game, that would be helpful.
What you're saying is the goalposts have moved since you first got him.
In more ways than one.
All right. All right. So Hardwick and Impey, how are their seasons going, Paulie?
Hardwick's been phenomenal, as always. I think he's very underrated by outside of Hawthorn circles, but I love him. He's been, he's just a gun. He's been awesome. He can do multiple roles, so you can swing him forward if required. But obviously, I like him a lot better in the back line, and he's been just in good form this year. And Impey, he had a quiet week last week, but before that, he was pretty much in career best form as well. He had a month of just champagne football, basically.
Yeah. I think Brisbane gave us all the blueprint. They tagged him last week.
Yeah, that's the problem. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, just to can you just give us a summary on how Brisbane totally demolished his last week, just so we as supporters can kind of work out how we can beat you.
I don't know.
What happened last week?
If you're a side going for a three-peat that's hungry, that has fucking academy rorts through the veins of your football organisation, then you're gonna play good at home occasionally, aren't you? And we just got found out by a better team.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Basically, it was just half back. They destroyed us off the half back line with their run, and we lost that game through their elite transition. Their transition was elite out of defence. So, then their forwards were just getting too much ball, and Barras couldn't keep up with Logan Morris, and we had no one to lock down Kai Lohman, and he just destroyed us as well. That's why I'm happy Bailey McDonald's back in the team, because I felt like he could have kept him more accountable. And Amon was basically fucking a witch's head out there last week, but he's coming back from a knee. Don't get me wrong, but he had a shocker.
And and Jarman Impey, how's his season going?
Phenomenal. He's just been playing awesome, out of his skin.
Have you got anyone playing shit this year, man? Fucking hell, mate. Is everyone phenomenal? Come on, mate.
No, I didn't say that. I said Barras gets found out occasionally.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Bailey McDonald's he's a good lockdown, and he's got shit disposal coming out of the back line, but there's something in him that I like. Sicily's not at the peak of his powers, so it's not all like roses.
Yeah. All right.
We don't have Scrimshaw, so that's a bit of a loss. But
we really got on top of their back line last time we played.
Yeah.
That's how we scored so efficiently. We were getting a lot of our shots from very
in good positions.
Yeah.
What was it? 15 goals, 3. It still does my head in that game. Couldn't get over the fact that we lost it.
We pushed you guys wide when you were making your entries. So you were getting a lot of shots.
Yeah, I remember Mitchell Lewis was having shots on like angles 50 out all the time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So who picks up shooter then? Impey, Hardwick, or McDonald?
I think you'd put Hardwick on him, to be honest.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think?
Look, I don't know much about Hardwick and Impey and all. Like I know who they are, but I don't watch them every week, so I'm not sure who you would put. But I would have to concede. I don't know if you guys on the panel agree with me. I'd have to concede this as a Hawthorn win. Their back line beats our forward line. Would you guys agree?
No.
No.
I'd agree.
I think their back line's their biggest vulnerability.
Wow. Because on paper it looks fucking phenomenal, man.
I think their forward line is going to get a hold of our back line, but I think their defense has a few issues.
Yeah,
Nick,
they can run it out. As long as if they can rebound it out through Impey really well. It's more their tools I'm talking about. I think
I agree.
Aren't in super great form.
Yeah,
I think Sicily and Barras are a bit down. I wouldn't say Battle's in bad form though. Like he's been pretty good all year.
What were you going to say, Matt?
I've got to shoot, mate. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
And,
no worries, Matt.
Really nice to meet you, Paul.
No worries, Matty.
I hope we pump you. See you later, guys.
As you would.
Thanks, Matt. Catch you later, mate. See you, mate.
No worries. Anytime. Bye.
All right. Can I just ask you, Paulie, fuck, man, when you picked up Battle and Barras in that same fucking preseason, I was absolutely ropeable because we just needed one more fucking tall back, and you guys picked up fucking 2 of them at the same time. It's like, fuck me, man.
I was stoked. Well, we needed... Yeah. Battle was free. Like, he was free agency, so it was good to get him in. I think we paid... What did we pay for Barras? It was like a pick 10 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a first-round pick. It was like a first-round pick, wasn't it?
Let me look.
Yeah. So, all right. Boyd reckons we're going to win. This our forwards are going to better their backs. Age and myself reckon Hawthorn's backs are going to win out. What about you, Shawnee?
In terms of which matchup, sorry?
Their back line against our forward line, like as a whole.
I mean, I actually rate their back line. I feel like, especially from the tools perspective, I just think their system is also pretty solid. But again, our forward line's actually been pretty good recently. Since the midfielders have gotten a lot better, entries have been better. West Side also kick some more goals. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of 50-50 actually, because it's. I mean, on paper you'd probably go Hawthorn, but in terms of form, you'd probably go Collingwood. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's dead even.
Yeah, you reckon it's even? Okay. I know what Paulie's going to say, but I'll get him to say it anyway. Who's winning this one, Paulie?
I think we'll get your measure on the night, and it'll be pretty good. I think Impey will get on his bike unless you tag him. I don't think he will though, and I think he can be damaging, and like we'll have a lot of halfback dash on the night, and it could cause you a few problems.
Yeah,
but I feel like Barras can stop McStay, so yeah, I'll back us in.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. We'll go to your forward line up against our back line, which is dilapidated at the moment. We've got big Billy Frampton marshalling the back line all by himself, and he's having a close to. Look, we reckon he's all Australian. A lot of opposition supporters are telling us we've got rocks in our heads, but we watch him every week, man. And he has fucking stepped up this year and taken his game to a whole new level.
In fairness to you guys, I think he has been good because I have watched a few of your games and that's the best I've seen him look. But I don't know whether I'll go as far as all Australian.
Yeah. That's a big too. Yeah, I understand, Paul. I don't watch every other team as well, so all I can go on. Look, he'll make as Andreas says, he'll make the squad minimum, but the final team, probably be a hard. See how he goes in these next two games. I've got a question from my cousin Theo. Can the Hawks win the flag this year, Paulie?
To be honest, I think we're about a 5% chance of winning the flag. Well, 5 to 10, we'll say. I only say that because I feel like we're an A-grader short in the midfield and maybe another forward. Well, I'd like a Ben King in the forward line as well to win it. So, and I just think that Freo and Brisbane, I don't know because we're going to come third potentially if we win our next two or fourth. I don't know whether we can go and win in Sydney and then win an away and I expect to lose that game first week of the finals. I don't think we can go into state and beat a Freo or Brisbane away in a prelim. I don't know about you blokes. Everything would have to go perfect for us. We'd have to win straight to a prelim and stay at the MCG, get to grand final day and play a Freo who's nervous on grand final day and cause an upset sort of thing.
Yeah.
Can I ask
two? As much as I want to believe we can, I think everything has to go right and we'll just have to be a little bit lucky in finals and the draws would have to line up nicely for us.
Yeah.
Do you guys think the same?
I just want to ask Paul a couple of questions. Just firstly, you think you guys will land merit?
Or you reckon we're more of a chance?
Are you upset that you might lose Cal Shadir?
Paulie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
No, I can't hear that bloke for some reason.
All right. Void just asked you, Cal Shadir, would you be pissed off if you lost him?
Yeah, I would. But the thing is, at the moment, if we get Ben King in as a free agent, I don't know how we fit him into our team.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't been in the greatest form. And, obviously I want to keep him. And some Hawthorn supporters are saying, oh, no, it's his legacy. His dad was there and they've got the deer. They do a big day about it, which is all well and good for pancreatic cancer. And some Hawks fans think he won't leave because of his legacy. But if Collingwood's dangling a 4-year deal in front of him, he's going to go.
Is he good?
He's good. He's got a good leap. I reckon he could be really good, but it's just he hasn't come on since his breakout season.
Okay. And the other question was about Merritt. There's always these rumours about you guys. He almost joined his last year. Would you like him in your team?
I would
Merritt
like
from
him.
Essendon. Yep.
Yeah, I would like him, but I don't want to negotiate with terrorists. Like, because that Welsh from Essendon's a terrorist, and we shouldn't negotiate with them. He held he held him fucking hostage. Fucking basically Alcatraz, and yeah, I can't deal with that greedy fucking property developer, arrogant fuck.
Who's this Diodoro?
That's how you really feel.
Nah, Welsh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Their CEO.
This is coming from a fucking Hawthorn supporter talking about property developers and that. Fuck off. Are you fucking serious?
Oh, mate.
I can't believe they didn't take the offer. Like,
yeah, I know. The poor guy doesn't want to be there. He's fucking stuck there. Oh, mate.
We don't do that to players. We don't force them to stay. We just go and steal other players that want to leave.
To be fair to
we're like
to
the
them,
good guys. We're like the Americans coming.
I don't think Paul can hear
me. That's kidnapped by the ISIS terrorists or whatever.
The good guys, you reckon?
Yeah.
Paul's one of the good guys, eh? Yeah. Interesting.
Can Paul hear me? I don't think Paul can hear me.
We can hear. It's all right. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Yeah. Is there a mute? I don't know.
I'll come out. Do you want me to go out and come back in?
I can hear Void. We can hear Void, can we? Can everyone hear Void?
Yeah, I can hear Void.
Yeah.
Hello, Paul? No, your cousin. Sorry, your friend can't hear me.
I will say this.
I don't know how that
sometimes,
works.
in terms of the
I can hear
sometimes in StreamYard, there's always one person you just for some reason cannot hear.
Yeah.
So unless if you pick up on it or you're having a conversation to where you go, hey, like, are we all active? Like, you're not going to pick up on it. So it might just be so Peter can hear everyone but Void.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it generally fixes. Just leave and come back in, Void. That should fix it.
Yeah.
But I think maybe Paul might need to do it because if Paul can't hear Void, it might be a Paul thing then. Anything else?
All right.
Always professional here on the Chronicles.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, mainstream media will eat your hearts out, mate.
Stuff those blokes.
All right. Look, we'll just continue on. We'll see how we go. If it becomes a problem, we'll do what happened and we'll do what we said and come in and out. And, yeah.
I'll just sort of quickly say, I know Paul can't hear me. Someone can relay it, but
yep.
I think Merritt kept signing contract extensions at the same year that he kept wanting a trade out, which was so strange. Like he wasn't like just letting his contract lapse. He kept re-signing and signing on for longer and then asking for a trade. I think he was all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll go on to Hawthorn's forward line. Okay. Now, Mabby or Chol, we'll go the talls.
All right.
First. Mabby or Chol, don't rate him. Mitch Lewis, don't rate him. But then you got like fucking absolute guns in Gunston and Watson, and Dylan Moore goes all right. But we'll start with the talls, yeah. And we this is where we have to decide who we're going to play on Chol and Lewis. We've got Frampton, Puncher, and Noah Howes. Noah Howes has kept his spot in the team. Big Billy Boy Frampton. Do we put him on Chol or Lewis?
It's a great question, Mick.
Yeah.
I think Chol is probably more mobile, isn't he? He's a little bit more athletic and he's probably a bit of a high leaper. I think you'd have to commit Frampton to Chol. I don't think you've got a choice. I think he'd just be too athletic for any of the others. I think you just have to, Frampton on Chol and hope that he pushes him out of the 50, you know. I think Frampton should have his measure inside 50. I don't think Chol will be able to outbody him or anything. So I think that's a pretty safe matchup.
Yep.
Mm.
All right.
because it's probably Frampton or Howes, right? Because Puncher will probably go to like a Gunston. So it's just a matter of. So it's like it's not necessarily who Frampton goes on. I feel like it's who Howes goes on. Then Frampton just gets the other matchup right.
Yeah.
I'm actually less worried about Lewis and Shoal and more worried about Gunston and Wizard because most of their goals come from Wizard and Gunston.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'd actually really like, in terms of an excitement factor, I'd actually really like the matchup of a Puncher and if Puncher goes on to Gunston, I feel like that would be really entertaining. And again, I feel like he'd learn so much from that matchup.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to. Because Gunston, although he's okay aerially, he's more of your lead up forward. I think Puncher that might be his limitation right now. Yeah. So I think you just got to say you just got to play him really close, mate. You know, you don't worry about getting the footy so much yourself, but you're just going to have to play him really close. Don't let him go on those searching leads and whatnot because, I mean, when you've got the likes of Ambrosio on the wing and that, delivering inside 50 and that, Carl Aim on these blokes, like, they're just going to chisel the footy to him. You just got to play him tight, and I think that might be a Puncher's role.
Age, I think last time we might have, I think our team defence, I think we chucked someone in his leading lane. So then they were just blocking his run, and that's how they kind of, I think Gunston didn't kick a goal against us last time.
Yeah, you're right. He had no impact because to that point he was like leading the Coleman, or he was second or third in the Coleman or something, wasn't he? Yeah. And then we kept him bloody goalless. So, yeah. Look, when we played Hawthorn last time, it was a coaching masterclass. Even though Flyers had a lot of bloody L's this year, that night was a big win in terms of the coaching.
Yeah.
So I think, look, will they replicate what they did that night? I think so, but we were extremely efficient. At the end of the day, we probably should have won, but it was due to the efficiency that we were ever in that game. You know, Hawthorn smashed us in the inside 50s and everything like that. So, look, a no-brainer would be the game's going to replicate in terms of the same game plan. So, look, whatever they did to Gunston last time, they're probably going to repeat it. So, I can't remember it's been that bloody far back, and the defense is completely different to how we lined up against them last time. But, hey, Gunston's the sort of guy who can get off the chain against this back line at the minute. So, if it is Puncher, he's got a big role.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, if it's Puncher, he might get a lesson. The unfortunate thing, we've got no one else to put on him, man. It's just the way it is, mate.
I think.
Yeah. Go, Paul.
Gunston, he might get off the chain if you're putting Puncher on him, though.
Yeah, that's what.
We got no choice.
I know. I was just looking at that, and then Mitch Lewis. You don't really have anyone to go on Mitch Lewis either.
It'll be Noah Howes, I think. He's just a big body, big lump of a lad. Because Mitch Lewis isn't super fast or anything, is he? Like, he's not. He's more
athletic. He can get up the ground a bit. I don't know. Can Noah Howes run? Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can get up. He goes up half forward and leads up a bit.
Is he fast though, or is he just like effort based?
Just effort based, athletic, but not super quick.
I think Noah Howes, he's got the frame. He's got the frame for him, but look, we actually don't know if Noah Howes has a tank or like we just haven't bloody seen the bloke other than VFL level, you know.
I think Lewis kicked 2 goals 2 against you last time.
Yeah.
He was the only one of our tools that really had an impact.
I think you're right, Age. I think it'll be Howes feels like a safer matchup on Lewis than Shoal.
Yeah,
I think so. I can't see. Yeah, I wouldn't be putting Howes on bloody what's his name, Gunston. Put it that way. That matchup doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, nah. You trust Puncher more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I think the general consensus is that we're going to put IQ first up on Watson. I'd be very surprised if Fly doesn't go that way. And just hope for the best. Hope for the best. And if he's getting towed up, I can't see anyone else who could do the job, mate. Might have to just leave Q on him, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Perryman had his measure that first game, but he did his hammy, and I think Watson kicked a couple of goals after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other potential guy you could play a bit of a shutdown role is maybe like a Josh Dacos back there, but IQ's the obvious. And then I don't know if there's any other matchup, like you said, Mick. I think the only potential other guy really is a Josh maybe to chop him out here and there. But Watson's going to be a problem, especially if he's shaking and baking up the ground a bit. He's gonna he's really gonna test us. I think we don't have a natural matchup for him other than IQ. So
what do you think, Mage? This is a real outside of the box idea, but what do you reckon? I know it'll never happen, but just to theorize, Will Hayes running with him.
Oh, be a learning curve, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, look, yeah. I don't think he's ever played defence in his life, mate. Could be wrong.
It'd be interesting to get Paul's thoughts on this. I think Watson's
I don't think you can stop him.
Yeah, I think he's the most naturally gifted, high IQ footballer right now in the game, in the forward line, that is. Yeah. I think he's capable of burning absolutely anyone. So when our only option's IQ, he's just got to play him close. I think IQ just needs to sacrifice a bit of his own game, in terms of like the rebounding game and whatnot. I think it's just one of those situations where you just might have to lose IQ, a bit of IQ's run and dash, and you're just going to have to hope Houston can provide that for us or something, because, you cannot let Watson just, even some of the stoppage stuff, like you see week in, week out, how he's just so busy at stoppage and he ends up finding 2-3 meters. He's got a close check on him, but he still finds 2 or 3 meters. And I'm just like, he's just way too smart. They've got way too many plans. They bump for him. They check for him. Yeah, I think even against us earlier in the year, there was one goal he kicked. And when you watch the replay, you could just see like 2 of the Hawthorn players just put on perfect blocks at the perfect time. And then bang, Watson's got like 6-7 meters on him, kicks a goal. Yeah. So you just got to fucking play him so close. And you can't let yourself be checked off him because he just finds so much space and he'll fucking murder us if that happens.
Yeah. Paulie, you guys have named this Max Beattie first gamer. My cousin Theo's asking who's Max Beattie. He's the first gamer coming in.
Yeah, but played 5 games in the VFL, 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, but I'm assuming it's going to be Ginnivan on that half forward flank.
Yeah, it'll be Connor McDonald and Ginnivan there. Yep. Beattie will just be in the rotations, and obviously Dylan Moore, the other.
You must absolutely love Ginnivan, man.
Yeah, I do love him, but like he can go missing sometimes.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what,
when he has a good game, you're like, why don't you do this every week? But since he's come over, he has been an absolute gun for us most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that hurts you blokes, or you were happy that he left because of the politics and him going and having a punt before the grand final.
Yeah. I loved him, man, and I still do, man. I love his antics. He's just a...
Yeah, you need the carry on.
Exactly, man. And,
but
what he did before the granny, sorry, Paul, what he did before the granny was kind of like really, what are you doing, man? Going to the fucking races the day before the granny. But I love him as a player.
Yeah, but in terms of that though, like I don't know, because like with something like that, it's not like players haven't been to places like the races and then they've like come in and they've like played really well. Like, I think it's only been the blow up just because he had such a poor grand final. And that was on
probation He was on probation though, Sean, leading into he was only promoted to the team for the grand final. I think that.
Yeah, I know. like I know that, but I'm just saying, like, if that was, I mean, a good example would be like a Dane Swan. If Dane Swan was off to the horses and stuff, and he was to get, say, like 35 touches and a goal and all that stuff, like,
Yeah,
we
it
sort
wouldn't
of
be an
wouldn't really
issue.
had an eye at it.
Yeah.
So it's a bit sort of, but like I get it, the fact that he was there and he didn't play well, like I understand it, but it's. I don't think it's like such a definitive sort of problem, if that makes any sense. Because again, if he was there and if he was like best on ground, then like we probably would go, oh, don't care, he was our best player. Or like, if he was to win the Norm Smith that grand final, then it wouldn't become an issue. So again, I'm not trying to take it's one of those things with context, obviously, but
I think it was just because he was left out of the side a lot of that year because he had to earn their trust back, and then he kind of came back as a sub, and then in the granny they trusted him to sort of start him on the field, and I think it was that was to do. I think if it was any other player, it probably wouldn't have been frowned upon in the same way.
Yeah,
it's a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face to the coach and the selection panel. All right, that's the reality of what happened there. You've got a guy that had disciplinary issues early in the year, and then form issues during the year. Get a bloody chance, and then the coach. So you got to remember as well, like they dropped John Noble for that final series. Now, I think that was the right decision. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. However, can you imagine the coach thinking, fuck, I've dropped John Noble, who does everything right every fucking week. I've brought in this little cunt, and he's gone to the fucking races the night before. So you can imagine, you can imagine internally what they would have thought. And imagine John Noble, a guy like John Noble, who's like, I've been dropped for this cunt that's at fucking Moonee Valley the night before the granny.
We did.
I love to be a fly on that wall just when he's like figuring it out that what's happened. He gets a text like, "Hey mate, like I'm just seeing Jack over here, like putting a bet on the horses. Like, what are you doing tonight or something?"
We did it at us. He went to the pub before our first final in 6 years when we beat the Bulldogs 2 years ago when we broke out.
Yeah.
And then we didn't really react to it like you blokes. But I guess that's an elimination final versus a granny, so it's a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's stepped it up since he's been with you guys, man. He's taken 100%. He's taken his game to a new level, and the $60 million question is, if he stuck around with us, would that development have occurred?
No chance.
No chance? Yeah.
Sam Mitchell's a good developer of player.
Yeah. Has he matured, Ginnivan, or is he still up to
I think antics? So. There's less antics these days. Well, you don't hear about it unless Hawthorn's very good at covering them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he wasn't the one on the cherry picker in Las Vegas in the off season. That was Connor McDonald and Dylan Moore. So he must have matured a little bit for not getting in trouble with that.
And just on that, Paulie, if that was Collingwood players fucking around with a cherry picker, that would have been fucking front page news, and all. Caroline Wilson would have been doing big fucking spiels on a fucking shit show.
But
because it was Hawthorn, Hawthorn players, no one gave a shit, man.
When you're the biggest club in Australia, like you blokes, you held to different standards, I guess.
Oh, mate.
There's less. He definitely has less on-field carry on now. He seems a bit.
He's reined it in.
Yeah. I like him more. I like him more now because he even annoyed me when he was at Collingwood. Some of the shit he did.
I can understand that.
Yeah,
but I don't. If you don't like Hawthorn or Collingwood, you probably hate the bloke.
Yeah, I still like him, man.
I know. That's why I said if you don't like Hawthorn or Collingwood,
yeah.
But he's just actually what he does now that he never used to do is he really goes in hard at contests and things like that.
Yes.
And he gets more of the ball. Even he probably still goes missing every now and then. But when you look at his passes, he's getting 15 and plus. It's like that was unheard of with us. Yeah, for him to get 15 posses, mate.
when he's on fire, he can get up to 30. So
yeah. If he's left to his own devices and he sort of can roam, so he's another one. He's extremely smart footballer, just a natural footballer, right?
100%.
And if the coach, so if you're in this, so with us, right, he was still young, he was still a kid, he was still trying to, grit his teeth, and he's probably asked to play like specific roles and whatnot. I think he's spoken about this anyway, like very structured role at Collingwood. But once he got to Hawthorn, obviously the quality of your list right now is a lot better than ours. He gets more opportunity to just sort of create all around the ground and do sort of as he wishes. And guys like that, like if you give them free rein, they can dominate games of footy, And I think that's what the improvement's been. He's just been able to be more free, more crafty, probably more trust because he's got a little bit more maturity about him. But, he's not going to be a defensive beast or anything like that,
Nah.
He's just going to be crafty. When the ball's in motion and he's there, he's just making smart decisions, mate. And that's what I see of him, It's just maturity as a footballer, really. That's all it comes down to.
You know who he reminds me of?
Great
the role
player.
he's playing at Hawthorn reminds me so much of what we had Chris Mayne doing. He's pretty much just running around the ground doing this link-up stuff, real clever link-up role. So that's sort of the comparison I've made in my head. It does remind me a lot of that role. We don't really have a guy that does that anymore at Collingwood.
Yeah. Look, it's safe to say they're going to win this one as well. Their forward line's beating our back line. Voidoid, I know you're being the contrarian tonight. You're being the optimist tonight, mate. Do you concede our back line to their forward line, Voidoid?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
well, the thing is, Hawthorn will do a press, right? They'll do they'll try and do a forward press, and then it's really hard to get the ball out once it gets deep into their 50.
Yeah. I agree with that. We could individually keep them. We could, like in theory, keep the forwards quiet, right? What my issue is the slingshot, getting the ball out and actually making play from the back line is going to be a struggle. Without guys like Howes, Jeremy Howe, and, even Perryman to a certain extent, it could just be one of those things where the ball's just buried in there and we struggle to actually link up to get out of there. That's why we need a big game out of guys like Houston. And like I said, look, IQ might have to play real shutdown roles, so he might not be part of the link up, but we're going to rely on Josh a lot if he's back there, even side bottom now that he's named. We're just going to need some creativity out of there from some guys that we're not used to seeing it from, to be honest, because, my concern is the ball just gets constantly buried in there and we just cannot exit the D50.
Yeah, it's not necessarily their tools. I'm worried about it at both ends. Like Toll and Lewis. It's like once they bury the ball in there, then all of the rest of their midfield presses down, and then you've got about 6 or 7, goal kickers who just keep having shots at goal.
I don't know how you stop us, because last time you had Maynard, Perryman, Howe, and Moore.
That's true.
That's too many big outs. That's how you were able to stop some of our tools get going. Like if Mitch Lewis or Gunston are on young blokes that haven't really played much, and you've only got Frampton on Shoal, I feel like they could get off the chain potentially. It's no guarantee. I'm just saying it is a big possibility.
Yeah. Look, for us to win this game, a lot will have to go right, and everything went right in that first game, and we only fucking drew that.
They just get numbers to the contest, and then when we're having a real shocker against Hawthorn, normally it'll just be like we're second to the contest, but then there always seems to be two loose Hawthorn players at every contest, and then they're marking everything, intercepting everything. It's just like that's why everybody's got to really watch their man and stay manned up, because if you allow them to get loose, there'll just be no chance. They'll just keep hammering the ball into the forward line repeatedly.
Yeah. All right. We've gone through the whole team. Look, Hawthorn will probably win this game, in my opinion. But as I said, I'm like Louis the Lip Richards. I always tip the Pies, so I've gone for the Pies to win by 12. I just blindly said Charlie West's going to kick 4 goals because I say that every week. I'm just willing it to happen to have him have a breakout game, and I did that without even fucking looking at Hawthorn's back line. And once I saw those 3 guys, I'm like, fuck. Good luck with that happening. But I've got a Paulie, just to let you know. Now that I haven't actually seen you at work for a long time.
Yeah,
I gave you the text and I said, Paulie, I've got a YouTube channel now. I'm a YouTube superstar now, mate.
I loved it. I had a look at it and I'm like, look at you coming up in the world.
And
you can take.
Go, Paul.
I said you can take on Kane Corn soon.
Yeah.
On one of those fan castings where they all debate with him.
Yeah. One of the segments I've got on this show, Paul, it's called The Vault, okay? So what I get people to do, I've been asking people in the chat and people on the panel to get their tips and predictions in. I write it down, I put it on a spreadsheet, then at the end of the year I'm going to go through everything and see who's full of shit and who's good at tips and predictions. This is what it is, Paulie. What goes in the vault stays in the vault. How do you like that, Paulie?
Yeah, I love it.
Paul Sheehan.
Great graphics.
Paul Sheehan, what's going to happen on Saturday night? Put it in the vault, mate. Your tip and a prediction on something that's going to happen, like a player's going to have a big day out or whatever, yeah? So I'll get it from you right now, mate.
I think Hawks will win by 33 points and the Wiz will kick 5.
There you go. No worries. All right, beautiful. The analysis has been done. Thank you, Paulie. Paulie, you can stick around for as long as you like. We're going to go on for another hour or so. We're just going to fucking ramble on and talk shit for the rest of the night.
All right, talk about for a little bit.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, as long as you like, mate. More than welcome. What I want to bring up a topic, Paulie. All right, and I want your answer, mate. We touched on it earlier, but last year when we played, mate, Jai Newcomb
is going to be about
Jai Newcomb on our boy Jeremy Howe. Jeremy Howe, eyes on the ball. That's all he was thinking about was getting the ball, and fucking Jai Newcomb fucking saw him from about fucking 20 meters, lined him up like the sniper that he is. Do you agree with my assessment there of that incident?
Not entirely, but I can see how you would think that if you lose by that much on the night and one of your best players gets taken out.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was a fair contest. They were both going for the ball.
Yeah.
If you watched it again, I think you guys said, because I watched one of your podcasts during the week, that Newcomb's eyes changed at the last minute. I don't know whether that's true. But in real time, it just looks like they were both going for the ball and he did nothing wrong. Yeah. Like the ball's there. It's not like it's a dirty hit off the ball.
Yeah.
The tribunal didn't suspend him or anything, and it didn't even get cited, I don't think, did it?
Yeah. No, I don't think it did, yeah. What's your view on I like asking opposition supporters.
Why do you think he took him out, though?
Because he's a fucking sniper. Nah.
You're filthy cheats at Hawthorn, that's why. And you get protected from the AFL as well. You're like John, you're part of that old fucking private school bloody bullshit. You're just another one of those fucking clubs.
How do we get protected from the AFL?
Oh, come on, mate. Come on. Fucking hell. Don't even get me started.
We've got to earn it.
What about the forklift? We want to bring that up?
The forklift, yeah, we spoke about it earlier.
Oh, the cherry picker, yeah. Nah, Dylan Moore didn't get the captaincy because of that. That's enough punishment. Mitchell keeps these blokes accountable. And
Are you a big fan of
dog to go give your best player a shank sandwich?
We're gonna come. You guys owe us a Brownlow medal.
Are you a big fan of Sammy Mitchell, Paulie? You sound like you are.
Yeah,
Obviously.
absolutely. Like a lot of people think he's arrogant and a shit bloke. Everything I've seen is he might have a little bit of arrogance about him, but you sort of need that.
A little.
I feel like he's a very good game day coach. He's good. He's good tactically. He plays. I feel like he knows how to get the best out of players and really work on their morale. It's all ticks for me. I haven't seen him do anything wrong, and I don't believe we've got like the best list in the AFL. And I feel like he gets the most out of it as well for what he's got.
Yeah.
I might ask you about Fly. What do you think of him? Because I feel like every time I watch his press conference, I don't mean to be controversial, but I feel like he's just sooking a lot of the time.
You'll fit him well with us.
Do you want a permanent role? Do you want a permanent role here, Paul?
Paulie, mate, we're the only channel that seems to be critical of Fly. Like a lot of other people, anything he he can't do no wrong. But we're critical, man. Yes, he won a flag. He's got us to 2 prelims. Probably should have won more, man. We've
can't be taken away.
He's made some very puzzling selections over the journey. In-game decisions. He played Ned Long as a forward for like fucking 6-7 weeks. It wasn't working, mate. What the fuck was all that about?
Yeah,
shit
he's
like
not
that.
a forward. That bloke.
So and he loves his he's got his sayings and that, which get like last year, man. After we had our run, he made a big thing. Yeah, we've qualified now. And as soon as he said that, mate, we fucking shit the bed last year. So I'm just gonna quickly play. I'm just gonna quickly play this.
All right, let's have a look.
He lined him up, mate. There you go. Look,
that's a dog act, Paul. That's a dog act, Paul. Come on, mate. He accelerated. He accelerated when he got close to him, mate. Come on, Paul.
He's trying to grab the footy.
He was trying to get a hard ball.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a bit of a history of doing this against you guys. I think we took out Nick Dacos in 2023.
Yes, that's another one.
You think
that was when
he took out Nick Dacos?
Oh, I know he did. Finn McGuinness was on him that night.
Yeah.
Who was it that charged him? Because it was a chess mark, and it was a real dog.
It's a while ago now, but yeah.
So he broke his. That was the guy that broke his leg when he
Butler.
What, the guy that took out Nick Blank?
Oh, Blank. Yeah, I think he was a knee. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just in the side for that year, I think, because we didn't really have anyone. That's when we were playing Frost, Sicily, and Blank.
He was only in the side to take out Nick Dacos. Come on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, isn't it like
a tactic in the hockey where they literally will like recruit a guy to just like sniper someone, and then they'll like cut him and like they'll like break someone's leg or some shit?
You blokes think Sam Mitchell's a criminal, so Underworld hits on him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Look,
it would check out.
Yeah.
Meek cleaned up Lipper in the first game last year as well in that marking contest.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that game was how good was that game?
To Lipper, to be fair, though.
Yeah. I think Lipper needed to get fucking belted, man. Come on.
Toughen him up a bit, eh?
Yeah. Fucking hell. Paulie, so can you? What are you doing Saturday night? Are you going to the game on Saturday?
Oh, I've actually been to most games this year, but I've got a 40th on this Saturday night with my private school friends in Brighton.
Oh, okay.
See, they're fair weather. Fair weather, mate. Fair weather supporters. See?
I'm rough.
You're You're a reservoir boy now, aren't you?
No, I moved to Bundoora.
Oh, did you?
At the start of the year, yeah.
You went from the leafy eastern suburbs to Bundoora. All right. And okay. One of us.
Yeah. Had Mill Park Police Station knock on my door today, but we won't go into that.
What did you do, Paul?
Oh, it's a long story.
Who'd you rip off? Who'd you rip off?
No, this morning this bloke walked onto my property and I was reversing out with the kids and his dog went in and he had a pram and he was walking his baby and he let it go in it fairly deep and the dog took a piss and I said, "Excuse me, mate, what are you doing?" I said, "This is private property. It's my house. Don't let your dog piss on the lawn." And then he goes, "Oh, boo-hoo, call the cops." And I said, "Mate, we'll sort this out like men after I drop my kids at school and you drop your baby home and come back." And then he said, then I looked at the security footage, get home, and there's a note from the cops. And they're like, "Can you please call Mill Park Station?" Apparently I was being threatening. But anyway, they said, "Oh, don't worry about it. He doesn't want to do anything about it. He just reported it." And I'm like, "Well, what was the point of it?"
Yeah. So
I said, "I'll go piss on his lawn."
Because they found out you barracked for Hawthorn.
Yeah. I'm a protected species.
He'd be the only Hawthorn supporter in Bundoora, I'll tell you now.
There's a few kids down at the Oz Kick that have Hawks tops on, but I'll tell you what, it's mainly Carlton and Collingwood, to be fair.
Paulie, win, lose or draw, after you're at the 40th, if you're not absolutely fucking poleaxed, feel free. I do after the games. I do exactly what I'm doing now. I get everyone on and we talk about the game. So if you're available,
an hour afterwards or something.
Yeah, it'll probably be about after. I'll probably start it at about 11:30ish or something like that. Yeah, and we'll go on into the night. And even if you've had about 6 pints into your mate.
Oh, he's going to be loaded with piss, isn't he?
Even if you look, I'd prefer it if you've had about 6 or 7 pints into your mate. I'd prefer it.
I probably won't be getting on.
Look, I'm sure. Look, if you have a big win, I'm sure you'd be happy to come on and glow.
Yeah, I'll be coming home from the 40th with the misso, so I don't know.
No worries, pal.
But I'll try if I remember.
Yeah, see what happens. I'll send you the link anyway. Whatever happens, mate. No problem. No pressure, mate. No problem at all. What other issues can we talk about? The news is Sidey has told the group that he's going to be retiring at the end of the season, whenever that falls. You know what? I'll try and find his speech. Apparently, I think he announced it today. He made like a really good speech. Apparently,
I watched Texas one during the week, and I was like, "Whoa, it's a bit." Yeah, there's a few moments you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
good player, Tex. I'll tell you what. Still underrated. I reckon he's been underrated his whole career. I've thought he's been an absolute champion, Tex Walker.
Yeah.
Yep. Superstar.
Sidey. I'm just going to try and look for that speech that Matt was talking about.
What's happening with Pendlebury and the contract next year? Anything on that for you blokes?
No,
the news
no one knows.
Go
H. Yeah,
it's apparently. So again, this is just pure speculation, little bits and pieces that you hear. Yeah. Apparently he wants to go on, but the club was sort of half anticipating he was going to retire. So now there's this little bit of a Mexican standoff where the club has to decide whether they want to keep him on next year because they were probably planning for his retirement. Yeah. So I reckon there's a little bit of internal shit going on right now where they're not sure what to do. So my guts tell me they're just going to let the season play out and go from there. But I tell you now, look, my opinion is I don't want him to go on, right?
Yeah.
That's just personally. I just want to move on. I want to regenerate the list. Because if Pendles is on the list, they're going to play him, right? That's just one of those situations. If he's prepared to literally play VFL and come in if we've got injuries or maybe just play the odd game here and there, then I can cop it. But I can't think we can be going into next year with him playing like 20 games. You know, I don't know what the other guys think.
Going to another club.
Fine. It wouldn't bother me at all, mate, to be honest. No.
Yeah, I just care about Sam Mitchell or Hodge doing it. Or Bert.
At the end of the day, I want whatever is best for Collingwood. And if that means he has to go elsewhere to play for a year or two and continue his legacy, then look, at the end of the day, it's a business, and if he wants to do that, he can. Look, will it alter his legacy at Collingwood? I don't think so. I think he's transcended that. Hodges. Yes, I think he's transcended that. So look, if he wants to play on and the club's not sure about having him, I'd let him go to another club, to be honest.
Yeah, I think my gut is they'll keep him another year. That's just my gut.
Yeah, I would like to see. I would look. Yeah, I agree with Adrian. I want him to retire. You know, he's just not as effective anymore. But if he does stay on, I won't be like, like totally against it. I'd like to see him just kind of like be like a play on next year, but play in the VFL and help the younger guys, develop. And if needed, we'll play him in the seniors, like if we're short on mids because,
Unless he can go and do what Demi Moore did in The Substance and he can unleash an 18-year-old version of himself.
Okay. Never seen that. Any good? Void, do you recommend it?
Not really, but it worked for that punchline.
Okay.
Pendles out, Butters in. Get Butters in and send Pendles away.
Yous were looking at Butters for a bit there, Paulie.
Yeah, I think that died off.
Yeah.
We were keen, but I just think we didn't have the assets to trade to Port Adelaide to get him.
Yeah.
So I think we're just gone. We're trying to get Ben King as a free agent, and we're trying to probably pay a little bit for merit, maybe a first and a second or something.
Yeah.
Half of what Essendon would have got last year.
From what you're hearing, Paul?
I do. I think he'll make us better, but I don't really. Part of me wants to be stubborn and not deal with Essendon, but it's probably better for Hawthorn just to get him and pay a first and a second.
Yeah. Is Essendon the team you hate the most?
Yeah, absolutely.
More than Geelong?
Yeah, because I'm like 40, so basically when I was a kid, it was more hatred towards Essendon, and then the Geelong thing started a little bit after that. But Geelong's definitely second, then probably Sydney third. And then, like, Collingwood probably don't register in the top 8 of most haters.
Because you always belt us. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know why people hate you guys so much. It doesn't actually bother me, Collingwood, at all. Probably because we have a good record over you, and we don't really have
we don't have
this old hatred.
Yeah,
it's more like you have it with Carlton and Richmond and Essendon a lot more.
Yeah.
Who else do you have it with? Like interstate teams? Oh, Brisbane probably.
Yeah.
The Bombers knew that adding merit would almost get Hawthorn into a grand final.
Yeah, I know. That's why Welsh was a terrorist.
Didn't want to give him to Hawthorn.
Yeah.
One of my greatest memories, Paulie, 2011 prelim, mate, Lukey Ball.
Oh, yeah. We won't talk about that.
Yes, we will, because...
no, you can. Honestly, when Buddy kicked that goal from the boundary, I thought we had ya, but obviously Lukey Ball popped up afterwards.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a heartbreaking night, that one. I think we got you back the next year in the qualifying final, though.
Yeah. Look, apart from that memory, there's not many memories against Hawthorn, man.
No.
I remember growing up as a kid, I was a little kid in the late 80s, early 90s when you were winning flags fucking almost every year.
Yeah.
But when we won the flag in 1990, mate, that year, you absolutely fucking belted us, and we were very lucky not to come across you in that final series. We would have lost for sure. So, fortune favoured us, and we did not have to meet you, and we won the flag in 1990, mate.
Well, you blokes keep winning flags every decade or so. It's like you can't really keep Collingwood down. Where it seems like Essendon and Carlton, like they get kept down a lot more than you blokes. Well, these days anyway.
Yeah. And look at you blokes, man. That big era in the 80s and 90s, he's been down for a bit. Then he's had another. He's had another fucking era out of fucking nowhere. With all your fucking how lucky were you, man? He's picked up Franklin and Roughhead and
the priority
picks. Rioli. Anyone's going to win a flag when they pick up all those players, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
What would you prefer, guys? Would you prefer to be like the way we do it, where we win one every so often, or win 2 or 3 at once and then disappear into the wilderness for 30 years?
I think it's better the way you do it. Look at Richmond, for instance. At least your fans are always engaged. You're getting big crowds. You just got to think about the season as a whole. You guys are going to the footy every week, and you're always a chance of winning most of the time. You're always competitive. You've always got finals to look at. It'd just be, if you're down the bottom, it'd be. Imagine Collingwood in Richmond's position right now. How would your fans cope with that?
Oh, these streams would be great fun.
Absolutely, I'd actually encourage it. Let's actually make Collingwood.
You'd still get bigger. You'd get big crowds still, I think, all decent.
Fucking oath. Yeah. Fucking oath.
I grew up in the 90s. That was. I thought that was never ending, and it was only about 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, after that recent 3 premiership era, he's had about 10 years ago, Paulie. You've kind of you rebuilt pretty fast under Sam Mitchell, and now you're contenders
it didn't take
again.
long. We were just shit in the COVID years. It was but we never finished bottom.
Yeah. And how far away do you think Hawks are from really giving it a shake? Can I asked it earlier, but I'll ask you again. Can you do it this year with a bit of luck?
Yeah, with a bit of luck, as I said, it'll be it's a 10% chance if everything goes our way and we stay in Melbourne, can avoid interstate prelims against Brisbane and Freo, then we're a chance. Yeah. But I think if we added a Ben King and a Marett, then I would really hope. I think it becomes a 50-50, whether we get one by 2030 sort of thing. I don't know what you think, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So we've got really good young players like Wizard, Connor McDonald, these type of fellas, Weddle.
Yeah.
So
Wizard's another one of those fucking Wizard's another one of those fucking players that we're one-eyed Collingwood supporters growing up, man. There's a whole bunch. There's millions of them going around, mate. Jeremy Cameron, Tom Lynch, fucking hell, Petrarca. They were all Collingwood supporters growing up, man. Fuck me, man.
Jeez, I'm glad we didn't get Petrarca.
Yeah, I know. Never rated him, Paul.
I think we were half interested, but then it sort of died off because we had our focus on Merritt, which didn't eventuate anyway.
Yeah.
I think Merritt, Geelong's entered the race for him a little bit as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Essendon will definitely let him go this year.
Yeah.
They'd probably rather give him to Geelong than us, to be honest.
Well, you just know Geelong's going to end up with someone. They're one of those clubs, you can just guarantee they're going to end up with one of these players. I don't know which, but yeah, you can almost bet your life on it.
Maybe Rowan Marshall. They want him, I think.
Yeah.
What have you I watched Box Hill a little bit. How do you rate your sort of fringe talls like your Jubits and Ramsdens, those types of guys?
I don't think Ramsden will make it. He's good when he comes in, but I just don't know whether he's going to have I don't know. There's something missing there. He's a good player at VFL. I just don't feel like he'll make it in AFL because he's had a few chances and hasn't permanently broken in. This Schubert's interesting because he was I think a pick in the 20s, and we've gone for a key forward. I think he has a real big scope to be a good player and a gun in the future, but I guess with these key forwards, like he's 18, it's going to take 3 or 4 years till you really know.
And you
Paul, while we
our
got you,
VFL team's doing well. I'm surprised because we lost a bit of depth last year, like Sarong left to Sydney.
You got Bobby Hill's cousin, I think, in your VFL.
Oh yeah, Matty Hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just signed an extension the other week.
Yeah.
I think a 2-year deal. Yeah, it was a 2-year.
Yeah.
And Butler.
How are you? Where are you in the VFL? Just outside of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to make the finals.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
because I didn't mind Butler when he was on the market last year briefly, and you guys re-signed him.
Yeah, on a 2-year deal. He should have taken the 4-year deal at West Coast, to be honest, because now he's out of the team.
Yeah. Can I just ask you, Paul? Mitch Lewis, yeah. Why does he sign? You're going to pick up fucking Ben King. You've got Chol there. Why did he? He's going to struggle to get a game.
I think he thinks if Gunston leaves, he'll be set in the team.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know. If I was him, I think we really wanted to re-sign him, but then he kicked 5 goals in the Richmond game. Then we signed him that week, and he hasn't been that great since.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think you guys had a bit of interest there, but and you would have paid him a bit more.
Yeah. It's we need a lot of players, man. But the main priority for us, Paul, is getting Butters, mate. If we get Butters, that just changes everything.
Well, you're a big chance.
Yeah. And
you just don't have the assets. Do you have assets to give up for him?
Don't have to, mate. If he nominates us, it has to get done, mate. And we'll give up whatever, you know.
No, they'll match the deal, and then they'll force you into a trade.
I think what Collingwood are trying to structure the deal so Port can't match the money.
Yeah. But then would Butters? I've heard he wants to look after Port Adelaide on his way out.
Yeah, right now
if you're dangling the carrot and saying, "Do you want to come play for the biggest club in Australia, packed houses every week?" That is tempting as well.
Yeah. Because why would he go to, why would he want to play at fucking Marvel for fucking, Bulldogs?
Or Richmond, who's 5-6 years away from being relevant again.
Or Hawthorn end up fucking playing games in Tassie, every fucking second week. And
we're getting kicked out. We're getting kicked out soon.
Were you a fan of that at all?
I like the deal in terms of sponsorship because it earned us a lot of money. But as a Melbourne member, it's terrible because you don't see as many home games at the MCG, and we literally only get 6 or 7 a year that are our home games at the G. The AFL forces you to play that stupid one at Marvel, and that's all you sort of get. So there's only really 13 games you can actually go to a year. So you only end up going to 10 or 11 if you're a diehard because you've got things on some weekends or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of happy it's ending in that sense. There's more opportunities to go in the future.
Yeah. Because didn't the Hawks have the NGA area in Tassie as well, so you can pick up next gen academy players over there.
Yeah,
as well as even a Victorian area too.
Yeah. I think what we pitched was to play 2 games there in the future, but Brendan Gale's nah, get out, which is fair enough because it's they want to kick that thing off. You want to have the full reign of the Isle. And McQuarrie's going there, I've heard.
Yeah,
good, he can go.
And Hinkley had there was a bit of glee in his voice in the commentary. Well, I forget what game, might have been the Hawthorn North game, where he said he told you guys to go back home.
Yeah, I heard that. That was funny. He's they can get out.
Yeah. The fucking Hawks, huh?
Yeah.
What made you a Hawthorn supporter, Paulie? Why do you wear the shit and piss?
I grew up in Mount Waverley.
There you go.
And then my old man went for Melbourne and my mum went for Carlton, but my stepdad went for Hawthorn, and he used to take me to Auskick, so that's why I ended up doing it.
Okay, fuck. You could have been a Carlton fan. Carlton.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid I ever copped that.
Yeah. Has Carlton convinced you this year? They're up and about.
Nah, because like when they won those 8 games in a row, we sort of sorted them out.
Yeah, he's absolutely belted them, huh? But then they belted Brisbane, but then Brisbane belted you guys, so work that out.
Yeah, we'll work that one out. I don't know. Like, obviously they're playing a lot better. I don't know whether they're riding momentum, but I wouldn't mind seeing you guys play them on wildcard weekend just for the spectacle. That'd be like a great watch just to sit at home and have that game on that weekend when there's usually nothing on that weekend.
Yeah, well, that's probably the most likely scenario.
But I guess I don't know whether you'd want to play them into, like, I think you'd beat them probably, but you probably wouldn't want to play them, like, because losing to them would be unbearable in those circumstances.
Fuck you go, man.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't want to play him, but it looks like it's going to happen. So I'm just going to fucking accept it, face the reality, because. But I don't like this wild card. Look, it is what it is. That. Yeah, it's here now. We have to accept it. It is what it is. It's never going to go away. There, it's always going to be here. So, yeah, you just got to kind of look. I've always been against it, but I guess we're in it now. So I'm going to have to. I'm not going to not support my team, you know. But I just don't like the fact that...
positive is it keeps you engaged, like some fans that are like in like 11th, 12th and 13th engaged for longer. But that's the only positive I can think of.
But it just supports... Go for it, sorry.
If it was a final 8 this year, the games would have more consequence because there'd be 4 teams trying to finish 7th and 8th. Whereas now the top 10's effectively created more dead rubbers than if it was a top 8.
Yeah, which is what they were hoping to avoid.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, the top 10's sealed basically now.
Yeah.
You could end up playing Geelong, actually, just looking at it. You probably wouldn't want that. You'd probably rather get the Dogs out of anyone in there.
Fucking yeah. If it was my choice, it'd be the Dogs. Or St Kilda, but they're not going to make it. So, yeah.
And then you probably want to play, somehow you want to get, I reckon you want to get Melbourne the week after. You probably don't want to travel interstate.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got a bit of a history with them in finals when Maynard took out Gus.
Yeah.
Talking about snipers.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up, Paulie. Like, I usually ask this to opposition fans, and usually once, like, if you start bagging Maynard now, Paulie, the chat's just going to fucking jump all over you, mate.
No, I actually like him as a player.
Good on you, mate. Good on you.
Good choice.
And that night, I think it was a footballing act, and Melbourne fans are just toffee sooks, mate. Yeah. Bloody snobs. They should piss off back to Mount Buller. In their rain.
No snow this year. No snow this year, is there?
Yeah.
That's why they've been going to games.
Take your cheese boards with you.
Do you like playing them in that marquee King's birthday game?
Yeah, I don't mind it, but we're doing them a favour. It's kind of like they're a nothing club, you know. It's kind of like it's and they treat it as their grand final. It's always a fucking close one. But yeah, it's kind of like, fuck, man. Like, for these dickheads, we're going to fucking play a
What do
you
have 2 of those marquee games, Anzac Day and that one?
Yeah. Everyone wants to play us, Paul, mate.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You should try and get into the Good Friday as well.
Yeah.
Go tap North Melbourne on the shoulder, get some more money.
Too many wogs support Collingwood, mate.
Yeah, true.
The crowd won't be as good.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. but you've got that game against you've got that big the Geelong
Easter
game
Monday. Yeah, that's all we get. Yeah.
Who's had the wood in recent years in that game?
Who do you think? We've got a 13% win record against them in like the last 10 years or something.
Wow. But I'll tell you what,
ridiculous like that. We looked it up, me and my Hawthorn mates.
Yeah. When you beat them back in the 2000s, when they were on their run, and then you just fucking bobbed out of nowhere and fucking beat them.
Yeah.
Must say I didn't mind that.
Oh, that was amazing. But then we went on a losing streak against them. The Kennett curse happened after that.
Yeah.
And then we've never since then though we don't really beat them that often. I mean, we've beat them in a prelim in 2013 in that grand final, but they've had the wood over us for a lot of it. And they got a bit of revenge on us for everything last year, I guess.
Are there any ex-Hawks that annoy you?
Ex-Hawks that annoy me?
Or somewhere else, you know?
Jason Dunstall.
Yeah.
he tries too hard to barrack for the other team or pretend he's not wanting us to win.
Yeah.
So you take Steve Quartermain's side in the fried rice spat?
Hey?
So you'd take Steve Quartermain's side in the fried rice spat in the Triple
M? I would. I'll take Quarter's side.
What happened there? Quarters and Dunstall had a punch on in the fucking commentator's box.
Dunstall would destroy him.
It was over Crode. Quartermain was, I think he was asking him, I think it was when Crode was out. I don't think he actually came back and played, Paul. Is that right? After that?
Nah, he didn't.
Yeah. What about Clarko, mate? You got good memories of him, obviously.
Why
is he so shit at North?
Do you think he held on too long at us? He had the right to rebuild our list, but we sort of were at a crossroads and we needed to make a decision. And I think it was a bit of an ugly exit. But when a coach has been at your club for 20 years almost, it's never going to be pretty when it ends. Why is he crap at North? I don't know. Maybe the game's gone past him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit different.
Do you think it could be more North than it is Clarko?
Shit at Gold Coast. It's interesting. I don't know. Hey, sorry, what was that?
Do you think it could be more North than Clarkson?
Yeah, definitely. They've improved a little bit this year, but I think they've had the easiest draw. So they should be making a wild card.
And they've also had all the assistance packages and all that shit too.
Yeah.
He wasn't great at Hawthorn once your nucleus left. When he tried
that's what I was saying. When he tried to, when he got Titch and Jaeger O'Meara in, he was like, "Oh, I'll get you back to the promised land," and nothing like that happened.
I think
that was a good one you got, Titch. He helped you win that flag.
Were you surprised he was good with us? Did you think he was finished when he's got rid of him?
I thought it was time for him to go because he was taking a midfield spot, and we needed to get games into Ward and Newcomb and these type of guys. So I wasn't too upset, but I thought he could offer another club a bit still because he was still good at us.
Yeah, he was probably our second best player in grand
what you needed. I think that year you needed one of those guys that just gets the pill out.
Absolutely.
He was instrumental.
And then we're going to get Lachie Neale to do the same thing.
Yeah, true. It was the perfect matchup.
That's why it's hard with a coach. You can have a really good coach, but it's the same with Geelong in their era. When you've got those players, you'll never see those players again. They're generational players. And that's what Hawthorn had first time round, and it's very hard to replicate that again.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Look what Milkshake says. Go, Paulie.
If we just get one flag in the next 5 years, because it's been a long 10 years without one, I'd be happy.
if Port get Tom Sparrow as a free agent, it would cancel out the Butters compo pick. So teams have to trade for Butters. So, yeah, there we go. That's the spanner in the works there. That will make the move easier. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that's what we're kind of like, we're just waiting for. Yeah, this year's been like a gap year. We know we're not going to do much this year, but next year, man, if we pick up Butters and Neil, suddenly Nick has got two fucking guys either side of him. Throw in Ed Allen as well. That midfield just looks like fucking beautiful. And mate, you get that midfield right, suddenly your forward line looks good, less pressure on your back line, and it's all guns blazing, mate.
Yeah, if that happens, it's just you're relevant. You're back in the mix to win a flag again, pretty much.
Yeah. So you'd rather go, Void? Sorry.
I didn't realise. I actually didn't realise until we got Ed Allen that his dad didn't play 100 games at Hawthorn.
Yeah, 98 games, Ben Allen.
Yeah.
And
apparently Noah Anderson's dad played like 87 or 90 something.
Okay, is that Dean Anderson's son? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck that.
Well,
that team
we're
of yours
good at getting father sons anyway. Look at what we did with Josh Kennedy.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, we had him, but butchered it.
Yeah.
You guys have done pretty well out of father sons. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and we've got a few more coming, mate. We've got the Rocker cousins, both Rocker brothers, their sons.
Oh, when are they starting?
Oh, they're about 15 years old now.
Oh, okay.
Josh Fraser's son, Ted Fraser.
Ted Fraser.
Mick Gaffer's son. There's a few coming up, man. So it'll be interesting. And it's fucking St Kilda, man. St Kilda, because their players have all they do is have daughters. They harked up and changed. They want to change the rules now, and it's going to be harder to get these guys, mate. You got to give up more to get them, which is a fucking travesty.
Yeah. But yet, academy clubs in the northern states can still rort that system.
Yeah, Paul, I was going to ask you actually. Is it true? Did I hear that Luke Hodges' son's gone to the Brisbane Academy?
Yeah.
So he's not
Brisbane.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
He grew up there, so
I know, but that's fucking
probably
crazy.
Stay up here. You like the weather. Yeah, I know, but what can we do about it?
Yeah,
apparently, he's not touted to be top 20 anyway, but it's still disappointing.
Yeah. Fuck. I thought that. I said, fuck, you'd be spewing if you're a Hawthorn supporter. That'd break your heart almost.
Yeah, because what pick was Hodge in his draft? Because if the kid was to do the same and basically be a carbon copy of like Luke Hodge, you'd be pretty pissed.
Hodge was 2001 draft, pick 1.
Okay, that was the draft with Chrissy Judd and Luke Ball, wasn't it? Or am I wrong?
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
That sounds right.
Yeah, they're the 2001 and 2004 are the famous ones.
Yeah.
I think it was Judd's. Wasn't it Judd's shoulders that kept him out of number 1?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Who would you have, mate?
You have to carry 2 different clubs.
In hindsight, who would you pick, Luke Hodge or fucking Chris Judd, man? That's a hard one.
I'd say Hodge, but I'm biased.
I'd pick Hodge.
Don't listen to me.
I'd pick Hodge.
Luke Ball's clearly the best one, guys. Come on.
Look, Judd was the best player. I think Judd was the best player, but he was, by all reports, he wasn't the greatest captain. He was a bit selfish, and you see all the things that he does these days after football and the way he sort of carries himself and the comments he makes. You can just see that he's a bit of an abrasive figure. Whereas I think a guy like Luke Hodge, you could just build a club around a guy like that. So I'd be picking Hodge. Judd's the better footballer, but Hodge gives you more overall, I think. And still a gun footballer. You know, it's not like he's a slouch. He was a gun fucking footballer himself. So, I think it's a no-brainer for mine, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with Age. I'd pretty much word for word, I'd take Hodge.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, I wouldn't mind coming second and getting Chris Judd, though.
Yeah,
that was a super draft that year. I forget who was in the rest of the top 10, but it was a super draft.
Well, that was when Swan was in it. Swan was like pick 50 or something.
Anyway, Mickey, I'm gonna have to go now. But
no worries, pal.
Me on. Good luck on the weekend, and may the best team win.
Thanks, Paulie. Thanks for joining us, man. And
no dramas.
I'll bump into you at work this week sometime if I see you, mate.
No worries.
No worries, pal. Thank you, Paulie. Right, catch you later, bro.
Buddy. See you, mate.
Good night, Paul.
See you, boys.
Nice to meet you, mate.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Paul Sheehan, thanks for joining us, buddy. There you go.
Yeah, well
done. Sounds like a good bloke. I'm conflicted now.
Yeah, he is. Mate, get a few points in him, mate. He's a rowdy bastard, mate.
Good bloke, and he's a Hawthorn supporter. Fuck.
Yeah.
We've found a fucking unicorn in that one.
Hey, Mick.
Yeah.
Can I talk about the fucking cricket yet?
Let's go. Let's talk about the cricket, mate. What a shit fucking day, man.
Oh, holy shit.
What's Bangladesh? Fucking 1 for 100 or something? What the fuck?
How much of a disgrace is this fucking cricket team?
Yeah. We sound like Collingwood supporters now.
Yes, yeah, talking about selection integrity. My fucking God. Jesus Christ.
Is this a piss take?
Yeah.
A fucking absolute piss take, mate. So they win the toss and they decide to bat on a fucking green top. And then against blokes that bowl 125 and barely move the fucking pill, we get skittled for 200. Is this real life? And then they just take the piss in the last session. It's just fucking laughable, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just had to fucking get that off my chest.
Is also a bowler. Surely a bowler would know what a green top would be, right?
Yeah,
mate. I just had to get that off my chest, and because
the bowlers are old. They probably just woke up in the morning and thought, I can't be fucked bowling," and but I was surprised, man, because I thought they would have gotten a few wickets, and I watched just after tea. I joined Lucas and Rocco came on as well. We were talking for a bit. But then, because I went to my mum's birthday, I missed the rest of it. And it was kind of like, I saw the score, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? I expected to check the score and see 5 or 6 wickets down. And that was what we were, after I left Lucas, I said, we'll probably skittle them for fucking 150 or so. Mate, that's pretty bad, mate. And that's the sad thing, mate. We have got a shitload of tests coming up, yeah? We've got these 2 Bangladesh, then we go up to South Africa, then New Zealand come, and then we go to India, and then we got the fucking Ashes, and the team's fucking average age is fucking 36 or something.
It just felt even like a training session too. It didn't even feel... It felt like... God, it didn't even feel like a practice match. It was just hey, let's just go to the park and have a hit with the mates. But then, no one knows how, half the team only know the rules, and it was just, any time even when they were batting, they were facing any ball, every single batsman at one point shat themselves big time. Just no one, no batter. I mean, even Steve Smith looked like he was shitting himself at times. It's just, I don't know, it was just such an out of character thing, but it was for everybody. Everybody had their moment where they were sort of just not in the right headspace.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I don't understand how you've got a 2-test series in winter against a minnow, yet you don't blood any fucking state cricketer. You pretty much just play the exact same 11 that they've trotted out for the last fucking 3 years. It's just laughable, mate. And Paul's just mentioned next year we'll be accusing one player who starts with L of having photos of the coach. Exactly, Paul. And he's just a fucking disgrace, Marnus Labuschagne. Absolute disgrace. You just knew he wasn't going to make a run.
Yeah.
Just fucking ridiculous.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a long summer. I can't believe Lucas watched along the whole fucking day.
Well, he didn't do the second session, right? He did the first and third? Or did he come back?
He came back halfway through the second session.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. He's a maniac, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I can't really talk, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good luck to him. If he wants to do it, he can. If no one else is doing it, I think he's the only one, isn't he? He seems to be the only one.
I think so. In the YouTube community, absolutely. He's actually good at it too. That's the other thing. Like,
I jumped on. Great. Yeah, I jumped on, and I didn't realize he was going to commentate every ball. So I'm just chatting away, and he's trying to commentate. And I'm like, oh shit, I better shut up here.
You're like in someone's like workplace or something.
Yeah,
like they're trying to get their work done.
Oh mate. All right. Gentlemen, I have an early day tomorrow. I'm going to try and catch some Z's. I shall call it a night. And it's been a pleasure as always previewing this game. And before we go, I haven't got your tips, Shawnee. I've got everyone's except yours, mate. What are you putting in the vault, mate?
All right, I'll go Pies. I'm in a bit of a Lockie Schultz mood, so I'll go Pies by 8 points.
Yeah.
Because even though I said before that we'll lose by 40, but I'm just that tipper. I'm just never gonna tip against Collingwood. I refuse to do it. So Pies by 8, and I'll have Long had his good game, so I feel like he won't back it up. But we'll go. I really want to see a 30 disposal game from Allen. Fuck it, 30 disposals and a goal.
Okay.
Oh yeah, didn't his dad play? Yeah, his dad played for Hawthorn. All right, yeah, there you go. Allen for 30 and a goal.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good tip, Sean, because last year when Allen was in the side briefly, he had his I think he had his Rising Star nominee against Hawthorn.
Okay.
Nomination, I should say.
Yeah.
He played a really good
game.
because
normally Long also plays well against the Hawks too, but he's already had his good game last week, so
Every time Sean makes a prediction, it always tends to be like he said Sidey and Pendles to kick a goal a couple of weeks ago and it came true.
Yeah.
Like, so we've got to
and if it's not right, it's like so fucking close.
We've got to feed all of our predictions through Sean.
Yeah.
Because then they actually kind of might happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, I can't take the piss with it though. It can't be like let's just like manifest something, because if I do that, then it just falls to shit.
Yeah.
Because I tried to do it for the Geelong game, and we know how that fucking went.
Well, imagine it would have been funny if before Anzac Day you had said, I reckon Pendles will get 42 and 20 score involvements and 2 goals.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, oh yeah, right. Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Voidoid, what's going in the DVD player or on the record player after we finish up now?
Been listening to a bit of Wayne lately.
Wayne, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of their albums. I'm not a big fan, but anyway, yeah.
They got just what else? Probably still listening a bit of the Gibby Haynes and.
You love the Bud Old Surface, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this last couple of weeks been in a bit of a mood for that and the Boredoms, the Japanese band.
Yeah. Yeah.
that type of music, lately, that type of,
real droney. Yeah, you love that stuff, huh? Yeah.
Oh, just at the moment, in a bit of a mood. I go through phases. Then I'll go through a country phase where I'm listening to nothing but like Graham Parsons and stuff like that.
All right.
I kind of have different phases, and I'll do it to death for like a month, and then
Stephanos is going to watch Star Wars movies after this. There you go. Before I go, Adrian, you want to talk about your channel for a bit before we just finish up?
Oh yeah, I can let people in on it, Mick. Yeah, just I mean, most people here would be aware, but I'm doing a deep dive on all of Australia's Test cricketers and all of Collingwood's footballers, starting from the beginning. And I just do, I pretty much just research them to death. What's left of it, anyways, in terms of what's survived over the 150 odd years, and just give a little synopsis and whatnot. And if anyone's interested in that sort of stuff, you can follow my channel. And I'm really enjoying it and digging up a few bits and pieces. I passed on a couple of things to the club that I think I found that they didn't have. I haven't heard back. They're probably like, who's this fucking crazy? But I thought, you know what, little things that I pick up along the way that aren't reported anywhere or haven't sort of been found, I'm just like, I'll pass it on because, I don't know. I'm just, I'm really enjoying it. So if anyone likes the history, come and give us a follow. I'd love the support.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? So with the Collingwood, you're talking about every Collingwood player that's played for Collingwood, starting right from the start, from the 1890s or whatever it was. What are you up to now? Have you reached the 1900s yet, or are you still in the?
I think I'm up to players that debuted in 1902. I think roughly. So I'm past the VFA sort of days where the VFA players went into the VFL, and now it's pretty much exclusively VFL players. And I'm getting up to the point where we really start cementing ourselves. So we start getting some real champions emerge, So and some names a lot of people are familiar with.
If I could ask you, so far in your research, what has been the most like a profound or a surprising bit of information that's made you think, fucking hell, so far? Is there anything that stuck out?
That's a tough question, Mick. So there'll be a video that'll probably drop in a couple of weeks that I've got scheduled for about a bloke who, before he started playing for the Pies, he actually took a bike trip from Perth to Brisbane, attempting to break the world record. So, and it's just shit like that. Like no one had ever heard. Like I guarantee no one's ever heard of that. I'd never heard of anything of it. And it's just randomly bang, this player that he only
was going to ride a
games.
Bike across the fucking Nullarbor.
He did. Before he started for the Pies, he rode a bike from Perth to Adelaide. He actually broke the record from Perth to Adelaide, and then from Adelaide to Melbourne, Melbourne to Sydney, Sydney to Brisbane. But on his between Melbourne and Sydney, he was in a bad accident, and he was unconscious for about 2 or 3 days. He was in hospital. He got out of hospital and he got back on his bike and finished the ride to Queensland. And it's just random shit like that. I'm just like, that's the most random thing I've ever heard in my life. And then went on to play a couple of games for the Pies, And I think that's probably the weirdest, the strangest stories. The other one that is we had a Victorian. He held the 100-yard dash record for about 10 years. And he played a singular game for the Pies as well. So it's just these random stories that just shit that you just never heard of before, Because a lot of guys only played the 1 or 2 games back then, Yeah,
I've always loved the Dick Condon story.
he's a bit of a rascal. There was a lot about him. It's one of those guys that I could speak probably for. There's a lot, but you just like you give him the main points, and that's about it. But we've had a lot of rascals. I'll put it that way. We've had a lot. So he's definitely one of them.
Yeah. In a nutshell, Dick Condon, played for Collingwood. Is he the one that played Test cricket as well?
No. He didn't. Oh, geez, I'm probably not up to him yet. I think we've had three. I think we've had three footballers that have played Tests as well. But I think that's later than where I'm up to now. But Dick Condon was he. If it wasn't for his shenanigans, a lot of people considered him potential to be our greatest ever footballer. So, it's guys like this that, maybe you've heard their name in passing and that, but they've just lost to time, Mick. Like, that's just unfortunately how it is. These guys just get forgotten. But,
And, it's going to be great as you go through all these players because, we talk about Pendles and a lot of people like to throw it out like, Pendles, the greatest ever Collingwood player. Mate, we've had some absolute fucking superstars and some people don't respect the old days. But you're going to eventually get up to the machine years where we won 4 flags in a row between 1927 and 1930 where we were virtually unbeatable. And some of the players in that fucking team, and they didn't have the sports science back then, but some of them still fucking played there over 300 games. And, some big names are going to be talked about on your channel very soon, mate. So looking forward to it, man.
Absolutely, Mick. And I'll definitely be reaching out to you because you're well versed on the history of the machine. So when I get up to there, you will be my point of reference. That's for sure.
No worries, man. I got the book at home, the Machine by Glenn McFarlane and Michael Roberts, mate. I've also got which one is it? Collingwood at Victoria Park, and it just shows the development of Vic Parker from back then when it was just a paddock to what it became, and now it's so sad to see how it is now. And Jock McHale, so many stories from back then, man. It's why it's such a historic fucking old school club, man. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people they might shit can us and we're considered the scum of the earth and all that because of how the area was back in the day. But you know what? You look back at our history, we've got a better history than any other club. I can say that categorically, not even a question. Our history is that rich compared to these other teams. It's not even funny.
Yeah. All right. On that note, we shall end the stream now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
I do want to mention because I'm actually surprised you haven't mentioned this actually, unless if I've completely missed the whole missed it. We have someone that's reached 400 subs.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Yeah. That's you. You've got 4. You're trying to think like we're not gonna notice and stuff. Obviously you've been doing this for a while now, and it's it's obviously like the community that we've created here and stuff, and you've been a big part of it. You've now got 400 subs. I think 403 exactly. Just checked just before, and obviously, haven't said anything until now. So, just thought I'd just make sure that we sort of went through because I wouldn't want to go to 410 or more without acknowledging it. Because, I feel like with a lot of the work that you do in the community, you definitely do enough. And, I just wanted to make sure that this fact wasn't not checked. So, well done on 400, Mick.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Nick. When I first started doing this, I had no idea what I was doing, and I put the StreamYard up, and my first guest is the man that just spoke those wonderful words, Shawnee. You were the first guy. Then it was Manny, and then before you know it, everyone jumped on. It's been fantastic. I was in the 390s for ages, man. I felt like fucking Steve Waugh at the start of his career when he kept going out in the 90s. And I was on about 398 when I was at dinner before, and I'm like, I go to my brother, "Are you subscribed to my fucking channel?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm not." What are you fucking doing?
It's like, "Oh, what's that? You have a channel?"
Yeah,
I've had those stories. I can tell you that.
He's a Richmond supporter. He couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
what's really great about it is that your live streaming numbers are like a fairly big slice. Like often you'll see people might have 4,000 subs, but then they only get 100 people watching.
Yeah.
The fact that you've got 400 and you're just regularly getting 50, 60, 70 odd people, listening in live, and then they'll watch us later. That's awesome. That's awesome conversion rate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's true. It's the diehards join us in, and look, I've even got Rocco, mate, from the TJP congratulating me, mate. Even the enemy loves me, mate. It's all good.
Yeah. No, because I definitely wanted to not leave this because I was actually going to do it at the start, and then for those that were wondering why I wasn't talking, I was actually taking a phone call, and that was why I didn't acknowledge it at the start of it. Anyway, it's now said, it's now known, so well done again, well done on 400 subs, and hopefully
thank you guys, man. Like I couldn't do this myself. I could not talk by myself on a stream. I've tried doing videos where it's just me talking, and and I've like, no, I can't do this. I need other people to talk with, man. I need it to be like a kind of like a communal thing, And you guys have been part of it as well, man. And onwards and upwards, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we always try to look after our own over here. So if one's down, we all go down to help them back up. So absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, guys. Shall call it a night, and Kanda Pies.
Kanda Pies.
Kanda Pies. Catch you later. See you.